Avs and Minnesota for some reason.
Are they in Hawaii too? Or is that just for training?
Maybe it's training.
Or for fun?
And then there's a random Canadian series.
What's his name? I've been seeing Kyrie riding camels.
That's racist.
Fitting.
It's not racist. It's what I've seen.
I feel like it's fitting.
Yeah, and you don't see color, which is racist.
Ooh,
Yeah,
racism
I've
is
seen him
racist.
riding camels. It's cool, dude. And he's all like,
He's like, oh my god, the world's actually round.
Ciao, ciao, ciao a tutti. Welcome to the Almost Never podcast.
The greatest podcast ever.
welcome.
It's the warmest podcast ever right now.
It's warm today.
Yeah, it's been a long week. We're going strong into the first week of sober October, y'all.
I wouldn't say strong, but we're
Yeah,
there.
I'm trying to be motivational because like I'm trying to lie to myself at the very least. We got it's I don't know. There's a lot going on in the world, but how's it going in your guys' world?
It's good. It's been sober, so not sleeping a lot.
Yeah, what's the hardest part so far?
No sleep.
But now, have you always smoked and used it to go to sleep?
No, I just smoke all day.
Like,
So
what is
I
is
just
the
haven't
hardest
been able to go to sleep.
for the
I
morning?
just have energy.
The
Like
morning
I'm not
bowl.
tired.
Oh.
The morning bowl, like is
The
that?
second I wake up, I mean that one's not that bad because I normally smoke on the way to work, so that's been chill. But it's just been like when I get home and I'm just like I'm wide awake.
Yeah. What about for you?
I'd say probably for the first like 5 days, it's the worst days of my existence. Not that bad, but it's pretty bad. Just
From
because
the
like
caffeine, lack of caffeine.
Caffeine or the
caffeine, nicotine. I don't know why I opened my big fat mouth and said that because I was like, oh, drinking, smoking, I could do that like with my eyes closed, but
The
And I
caffeine,
was
that's
just like,
crazy.
oh,
I was like,
caffeine.
damn, you guys are doing it. 'Cause I don't even drink caffeine.
nicotine.
So I didn't care about
And
that one.
No, like if I didn't have the nicotine, at least I'd have the caffeine. But if I didn't
Yeah.
have the caffeine, I'd have the nicotine. But nothing.
We weren't considering soda caffeine, right?
No.
No.
Because it was too small of a...
Unless it was like,
Yeah.
do they even make Jolt Cola or something?
I forgot.
Maybe if you're
about
sucking
that.
down Mountain Dew,
With
maybe.
Surge?
Do they even
Surge Cola?
If you could find a bottle,
bottle?
sure. have
I think coffee's the hardest.
Is there any energy drink we could drink?
one. If it has like ginseng or like the herbal stuff, yeah, and it wouldn't even be like a drink; it'd be some Asian remedy or something.
Oh, so like green tea's chill, right?
No, that's caffeine.
Yeah.
Because I looked at everything else like you know, if you get a smoothie with like an energy boost, it's just like vitamin C, sugar, and like
Yeah.
there's
That's
nothing
What
like
the-
maca or something like
Those
that.
5-hour energies, they're just vitamin B, right?
No, that's caffeine.
Are they caffeine?
That's all caffeine.
Hmm.
Caffeine and sugar, vitamin B, B12 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish we didn't add the caffeine part onto it.
I wish I would have shut up.
Yeah. Because it was like, all right, yeah, let's do it. And
I was like the
Because
first.
both you guys indulge in the caffeine, huh? I wouldn't say indulge, but you do your morning routines.
I have it like
Yes.
that's my afternoon delight.
Coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's your pick me up in the midday.
Because I usually like I drink like it's like warm water with like cayenne pepper and lemon juice,
in the morning.
and that like
Get the
kind
guts
of
going.
gets me going. But like yeah, usually I start crashing by like 2 or 3, so I'll have a coffee, picks me up, wakes me up before I go.
So how's the crash been at 2 and 3
It's
right now?
really intense. Like I'll just like lay down or something.
Man,
Instead.
you're just like,
Yeah, done.
yep.
How's it for you since you're at a very stressful time in your
Oh,
job?
dude, the coffee has not been the smartest move for this last week. Like at 9 o'clock, I'm already burnt out. And I'm like,
You're like, and I get there at 9.
no, like, well, I've been starting at 7 in the office.
Christ
And, like,
Almighty!
Are you just like watching people drink coffee?
Yeah. And they have one of those little like,
It's all sad, just like every sip.
yeah,
It's like,
they have one of the, like the little Keurigs in there, so it always makes a sound it's like. I'm just like, I just like always hear somebody making it. The little drip. Yeah, I'm
Your
just
ears
like,
perk up and shit.
like, God damn. But I used to use that time. There's a little Japanese cafe by my office. So like I would take a walk, go get the coffee, get away from the office like that. And like, yeah, it would be nice to have that. And then coming home, I think it was the 5th. What was that, Thursday? that day, when I got home, I was like, I want to roll a joint so bad. I was like, dude, I just want to smoke so bad right now. Yeah, I think what's weird is like the drinking thing's kind of the easiest part.
Hell yeah. I mean, for me, it is.
But when you take away the other things, you're like, damn, I have nothing.
I would have just like hit the bottle real hard if I did.
I only have two vices though, which is drinking and smoking weed.
Yeah.
Like religiously, I would have like a beer a day and then I'll smoke like an eighth or a few,
Okay.
a few grams. I would say a couple grams a day. Like,
Okay, Snoop Lion.
Nah, but like I smoke like between 1.5 grams and 2 grams every day.
Yeah. Did you like see any like sugar intake go up the past week?
Yeah, I guess there was like 2 days that I would have normally went to the convenience store and grabbed a Swisher so I could smoke.
Yeah,
and they know me, so when I go in there, they would already pull it out, and I'm just getting a fountain drink and freaking like a bag of chips.
Some Funyuns.
No, but I told them both, so they're keeping me accountable too. So like every time I see them, they're like, "You staying strong?" I'm like, "Staying strong."
Yeah.
They're like, "No sweet." I'm like, "No sweet."
Yeah, dude. I know. I told Laura, I was like, don't let me, because I was like, I do not want to eat that wing, and I'm not gonna lie. But
I'm not. I'll eat the wing. I may have to eat a wing when I go to Georgia, but I don't know. It just depends.
Yeah.
It won't be a lot.
Yeah, because like I was tempted like last night because I went to a show. Is this like it was a podcast and they did like a meet and greet at a 4100 bar after, and I was like, shit, maybe I should just do like a shot, or I'll chug a beer and say like I drank a thing with them.
I'd be having those inner monologue fights all day now, and I'm like, I could just go get a beer and be like, oh, I could just. Nope, and then I'm just like, nope, can't do it. But I mean, it's the struggle
because it's like not even eating the wing. It's like I want to do it.
I want to do it
for the whole 30
Yeah.
days
Yeah.
or
It's the
whatever.
principalities.
This is the longest month of the year. I mean, it's 31 days, right? But
Like the
still,
other one.
can we have done it in February or something like that? Yeah.
February, man.
But yeah, it was. It's been rough. Like I went to fucking 3 different shows
Were
this
you
week.
smelling weed like crazy? Like,
Oh,
was
yeah,
your
I mean,
nose
like,
pungent?
yeah,
Well, you kind of
yeah.
don't smoke that much anyway, though.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I was like, I think I could probably not smoke weed for the rest of my life, and I'd be okay.
Dang.
But I do like getting high before a show, just because like you don't have to be social, you don't have to pay attention to like anything except for
Well, yeah.
the entertainment on the stage, you know. And you just like you can fixate on whatever, you can have all the inner monologues you want.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's like the one thing I think I really like it for. Maybe movies too, but really just that. And instead, I had to be fully present, and I think it was to get because I got pit tickets to see Polyphia, and I had an X on my hand. It was like to get there so they could when they shine to see if you have the
You're
thing. And I was like,
straight
I
edge.
was like, damn, I'm like
Edged out.
straight edge right now. And like Marlene doesn't drink, and she doesn't smoke, but I was like, I'm more sober than a sober person right now because she smokes cigarettes and drinks coffee. So I'm like, this is
You're just
people voluntarily do this. Like this is their
just
life.
raw dogging
Right.
life, dude.
I don't recommend it.
I don't either. It's crazy.
Yeah.
How do you make it?
I think I have been like slowly. I think my body's like coming back to
Acclimating,
like.
yeah.
I think I'm more acclimated, a little more adjusted now than I was on like the 5th day. I think that might have been the hardest for some reason.
Yeah. That's
The 4th or 5th day.
Tuesday was probably the toughest because Monday I was just like it was whatever. I was kind of tired. Tuesday I didn't go to sleep till like 1 or 2. Same thing Wednesday, and I just couldn't. I couldn't just.
Well, that I mean, like
Yeah.
normally for anyone else, like that's if you have a 9 to 5, that's not bad. But you have to be up at 5, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just
Makes a
like,
difference.
but it wasn't bad getting up either, though. I can't be like, oh, it was bad because I didn't feel tired.
You didn't
Getting
have
up.
yeah. You actually had energy getting up.
Yeah, I felt normal. So I was just like, dang. But yeah, that's why I watched Beckham because I had so much time. I was just laying in bed. I was like,
Watch the whole thing.
dude, I
Dude, I
burned through it.
actually watching. That's a good point. I've like watched way more than recently.
Trey's actually watched TV.
I'm telling you, I watched like 3 movies. And I was like,
Damn.
dude, I haven't applied it to creating yet, though. But now I found time.
Yep.
You got the time.
Time has
true.
been found.
Can't deny it.
Do you either of you see yourselves like changing any certain behaviors or intake or something, consumption, when we hit that sweet first of the month of November?
Yeah, I'm just not gonna drink every day.
Fair.
Yeah.
Because I don't like. It's not like when I say that, people are like, "Oh, you got a problem?" It's like I'll have a beer a day, but I could just not have a beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like I just maybe will drink socially weekends.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's kind of same. I mean, honestly, I would like to just spend less money on these things. So I think like that's really kind of for me what it comes down to. I don't really like necessarily feel like I any of us have any problems, like, so I don't feel like anybody would like have to like stop something. But
That's the thing with weed. It's so inexpensive that, like, I mean, for me, like, if I could buy half eighth and it'll last like a month, if not maybe even more. And that's like $35. You can even find it for 25. That's like 3 lattes.
Yeah, dude, you can get.
That's
I
the
get
thing.
weed's so cheap.
weed,
It's ridiculous.
It's
Even if you get top
so
shelf,
cheap.
like if I got like spent like 70 on an eighth or something, like that'll last me way longer. Whereas I could spend $70 on drinks in like a night, like no problem.
yeah.
Yeah, I get like 10 grams basically every like 5 days, and the 10 grams would cost me like $45.
Yeah, which like
So that's like 200 a month ish.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
that's what I'm saying. It's like something that wasn't affecting me. So I was just like,
Do you think like well, I mean, like, barring any sort of activities that happen when you're going to Georgia next week, visiting the fam, like, are you thinking like, I would almost like probably, even if I'm not even that big on smoking, I'm gonna wait till like October 31st that night. I'm gonna stay up till like midnight.
midnight.
Hit it.
Bro,
Like, I feel like
yeah, I was
of all
up
people-
all night. What day? On the last day before, I burnt basically my whole sack down.
on the day, yeah.
Do you still have some like waiting
I
for you?
do.
Okay.
I do. It's in the garage though. Like I took everything out.
Out of sight, out of mind. Okay.
Yeah, I just have it though, but nothing's in the whip. The whip's dry,
Dry whip.
It's a smart move. It's yeah.
so I can't even like, because that's normally when I'll do it, when I'm going to work, coming from work.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that like first hit though, you're gonna be like, I am so high. I haven't been this high in a long time.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm gonna try to buy some fire.
This is a good time for you to get a new bong.
Yeah.
Or clean
Your
your current
clean
one.
the current.
No, that one's done. It broke.
Oh,
Oh.
it did?
Yeah, the Tapatio bottle thingy.
Yeah.
It broke
Damn. R.I.P.
like a month or 2 ago.
Oh well,
Recently, maybe like 3 months ago.
new beginnings, my friend.
I know. Maybe just no more car piece. New beginnings.
Could be a thing.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I want to change. Actually, my car not smelling like weed.
Yeah. I know. I will say, like, it's nice to not have your things smell like weed.
Bruh, I've been getting in my car. I was like, doesn't smell like weed.
You're like, something's off.
Because normally I'm like hotboxing that bitch and then closing the door. So,
It just sits in there.
Yeah,
When I
you don't even open. You don't even air it
so
out.
when I
or-
open it back up, it's just like stale, like But now it's just like
Yeah, because I actually don't like the smell of like burnt flour. I like it before. Like I like that, like
Mhm.
the very unfiltered smell of it. But like I don't know. I don't like the smell of like weed smoke.
No, it has. That's why like when you smell it, if you're not smoking,
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
it's very,
I smell something.
there's some loud somewhere.
Yeah, it's very distinct because it's not great. I don't think it's a good or bad smell. It's a unique smell.
Well, because
It's
I
very,
like not all the time, but I kind
No,
of
but-
like cigarette smell. I like the smell of cigarettes.
Burnt or just by
Both. I like before and I like after. I like when it's burnt. I don't like cigars, but I like cigarette. The smoke
I like
smells nice.
cigars when they're like walking into a room, like a cigar room. Like it smells. I don't know.
Rich
because
mahogany.
walking into like a chain smoker's house smells gross.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Like sometimes because I know they some of the people in my building, they smoke in their apartments, which is wild to me. And I like walk through and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, oh, that smells kind of nice, and sometimes I'm like, that's disgusting.
It's like when you're driving on the freeway and someone's got the windows up and they're just like chain smoking. I'm like, God damn.
Like cigarettes.
Yeah, cigarettes.
That's definitely not a lease. That's a
dude.
buy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Chain smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, don't do that. PSA.
Or do.
Or do.
It's America.
your life.
Do whatever you want.
It's my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think we have a good amount to talk about. We got emo basketball and you got Bedbugs in Paris. There's a hotel in space.
Yeah.
There's so many things.
Drizzy week.
Drizzy week.
Drizzy week.
Before we get down, I'll say shout out to Cosmo Gold. I went to their show on Tuesday. Shout out to Marlene, Aaliyah, Filmatics. That was a great show at the 2220 Arts Archives Theater. It used to be the Bootleg Theater. I don't know if you guys ever went to it over here.
No.
So it got. I think they closed it down during the pandemic and they reopened it up. Looks basically the same.
How many
It's pretty
people
cool.
does it hold?
For this, I think it was capped at like with just audiences like 125.
Okay.
But normally I think it's a little bigger because they had a whole setup.
It was all seated, right?
Yeah, seated. But normally they had like the stage is like farther back. It's like full up there. Saw Polyphia. It was fucking amazing. Saw it with Jim.
Do they have an opener?
Domi and JD Beck.
Mhm.
Like they were insane to watch too. Like
was it too much, to be honest?
Well, like I think the spectacle of it to see, because I wish I would have actually been on Domi's side to see her play the keys. Because but I was watching JD and he was like, it's crazy because he just has this like a very simple kit.
Hunched over.
Yeah, he's like just simple, super simple kit. Like what, like 5 pieces or something like that.
Yeah, maybe what, 3 or 4 cymbals and 3 drums.
Yeah,
Well,
and
4 drums, a snare, a rack tom, a floor tom, and a kick.
And it was like, and just seeing him, it's insane. I did not think that like anybody from the Polyphia crowd would dig it, but I think like there's like some crossover because it's like the musicianship of both bands, very apparent. But and I saw this Paranormal Life like podcast taping last night. I ended up going to like the bar and just like bought the guys a couple beers. I was like, it's weird to go to a bar by yourself and you're not drinking. And then like you go and I'm like, oh, here. I didn't even talk to him before. I was like, nice to meet you. Here's 2 beers. Okay, bye.
That's dope.
Like your pod.
What's the podcast about?
It's I'm getting shiny already.
Dude, I'm hoping that I'll start sweating through this shirt.
Got some gut sweat going on right
It's
here.
like really.
It's like a paranormal comedy podcast, pretty much. Like they find a story and they just like add sound effects and stuff like that, and like tell a story, add their opinion, and at the end of this thing, they if they believe if it's like real or paranormal or not.
I feel like that's something that you would do, Trey, but like it'd actually be in the place. Like the comedy would happen because you'd be like in the paranormal, because you don't really believe in them ghosts.
Not at all. I want to go to as many haunted places as I can.
What about something like the Queen Mary? Like,
Love to go. Been there many a times.
Never saw anything.
Nope.
I want to do those like it's like a 2 or 3 a.m. like tour or something, because
Yeah,
it's
I
like
want to go to like I'm down to all
witching
that
hour.
stuff. Like, 'cause I don't believe in ghosts, and I really want to see something to make me believe.
Yeah.
Which is why I like it. But I'm not into scary like movies and stuff like that. But yeah, haunted places I would love to go to. I love them all.
I feel like back south,
There's a lot definitely, but
It's a lot more history out there.
that's exactly why.
It's like LA, like there's a lot of like LA, like in Hollywood, there's a lot of like kind of haunted spots just because of like it was the Wild West and stuff at a time. But they're just I think New Orleans, like Louisiana, that's got a lot of shit with like just one of the older cities in the nation. Plus, like a lot of the slave trade went through there, so a lot of bad vibes from that area.
You believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I've had like a few encounters
Hauntings?
that I've like can't really explain.
Mm,
Do you believe that inanimate objects could contain memories, i.e., buildings, houses, plants?
I mean, like in that, like
phone booths?
Yeah, no, I'm being honest though, because
Well,
there is a theory that
like a collective memory type of thing. Well, like when we were in
something so heinous happens in a place that it's like forever burnt into
That space.
That space. So it's like maybe when you can get in there, you can kind of connect with that incident, and that's kind of maybe what people are feeling.
Well, like when we were not necessarily like a bad vibe about it, but when we were
Good
in
and bad, yeah,
like when we were in Florence, like at the Duomo, like you definitely get a feel, like some sort of energy from it. I don't know how to describe it, but like you feel something from it, like just the history.
Totally.
And I think maybe just the streets in general, like over here, when you get a different feel walking the streets over here than even say New York. Like,
Yeah.
it's just it's like a couple hundred years older or something, but you just feel something. I think. Do you have any opinion on that? Like some sort of like energy or something stored in? Like,
I would lean more into that than I would lean into the
spirits.
Yeah, exactly. I don't believe that your spirit can remain here outside of your body.
Because like, I mean, something in that, like, you know, bodies create like a magnetic field.
Yeah, I think
and like if you're
the prison, well, I wouldn't say prison, but our chain to this world is our body, even though we have the spirit, the soul, and our body, right? The Trinity.
I thought spirit and soul are the same thing.
Is it spirit and the soul the same thing?
Pretty much, right?
I don't really know.
I think Trinity is the Father, the Son,
the Holy
Not
Ghost.
like that, but I mean, no. They say like within us we have.
Oh, there's like a lot of different bodies. There's your subtle energy body. There's your physical body. There's your energetic body. There's the.
Well, I just think that like our spirit or our soul, the only thing that confines it to this realm and world is our body.
Do you think?
And I think that once you're separated from that, there is no coming back.
There's like a different plane that you go to.
Exactly.
Do you think that you have a soul or you are the soul?
I think it's both. I don't think there's any way to differentiate you knowing it, but it's also hard to know it.
Well, because I would say like we're not like, as much as we say and we see ourselves every day, we're not our body. We're actually our brain. We're a collection of like electronic and chemical impulses and reactions in our brain. When this is like a giant, it's like a mech. We're like the Men in Black little alien guy, pretty much, right?
That's the only way we can be on this earth is
we're in a bone suit.
In the bone suit. Once you're out of the bone suit, your spirit or your whatever entity is out of the bone suit. You cannot stay in this realm. It's impossible.
So like reincarnation or anything like that?
That could be possible, but you have to be re-put into something in this
sort
plane.
of bone suit or
exactly. Once your thing leaves this thing, it can't be in this realm, which is why I don't believe in ghosts to the effect that they're people
that stay.
What if they're like their soul that's swirling about, like that's waiting to be put back into a bone suit?
No, other than that, I would think it's like interdimensional stuff to where we know that there's concurrent dimensions going on at the same time that we are, at least 14. So maybe it's just a riff in something where you're kind of getting energy from another dimension.
Isn't time the fourth dimension?
Yeah, but also
cool.
But it's also a human construct because time functions differently in different planes. So
gravity, the fifth dimension.
I have no idea.
What's the sixth? Bruce Willis.
We can't experience it. Because we're in the third dimension.
Because we're stuck in these bone suits.
Yeah,
trying to tell you.
But see, that always what makes me interesting because we like the way you say it. Like we say we're stuck in the bone suits, and then who is we? And then
us, our shared us. This right here.
Hey, why'd you kick my bone suit?
But see, like,
I could.
Yeah, but like, who's I?
You.
No, who's I? When you said because I could.
Me.
But who is that?
Your soul.
What is that?
What are you looking at? You're looking at me.
No, I'm just looking at a bone suit. And if you're
looking at me,
looking at a bag of meat.
This is my representation on this plane. You may not want to call it me, but that's what it is. Another plane, I may look different.
How do you know that though?
I have to believe it. I don't know it.
Because if you
have to believe it.
Because if you die, if I kill you right now, and there goes your bone suit, then I'm not killing you. Because if I did kill you, you'd cease to exist.
Can you kill energy, Sean?
Well, then you're not.
Can you kill energy, Sean?
But then you're saying you're energy and you're not your bone suit.
Can you kill energy, Sean?
But then you're saying you're energy and not the bone suit. So
are we not energy?
So pick and choose a side.
Or is bone suit not built up of energy?
No,
Sean?
it's matter.
Which is what is matter? Isn't that energy?
That's two different.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Matter is not energy.
No, they're two different things.
So my bone suit is not made up of energy.
Well, it takes energy to run the bone suit.
But I'm also saying it's not made up of energy.
When you say me, and you say your body, like if I cut your legs off and I cut your arms off, are you still there?
Of course.
So then your body doesn't matter.
Wait, if you cut your arm off,
Mhm.
is that arm that you cut off, is that still you?
It's your arm. It's severed from your body.
So if I cut your arms and legs off and like grind them down so they don't exist anymore, what are they?
They were my legs because you destroyed them.
But they're not there anymore, right?
You destroyed my legs, but I'm still
So
here.
who's you?
Everything
clearly
a part of this
can't be-
body
He's just
makes
he's a lesser
me.
bone suit.
So
then.
you could cut my leg off, you could cut my arm off, but I'll still be here. Only thing
But
you
you're
could
not.
do.
That means that you're not your body.
Why not? Just
Because you don't require your body. In fact, I could take your brain and your heart out, and I could put them
Yep.
in a system that keeps you alive.
Yep.
So then you would still function as a thinking.
But I wouldn't function as this body.
So you're not your body.
I am my body. Me and my body are connected in this plane.
Agreed. Disagree.
You don't think you're connected to something in this plane? You think that?
I don't think I'm this body because if that's the case, if I say I am this body, then once this body dies, I die. I also don't believe in souls either because soul.
Oh, you don't?
No. I think a soul is an idea of people trying to feel like they last forever or something. I mean, to say that like I have a soul, then who's I? Because if you have a soul, then you must be the thing that's the ownership of the soul. So you're not the soul, something that you carry around. And if I am a soul, then there must be a beginning or end to that thing. And either if there's an end to it, then what's beyond that? So
Well, I don't think they're the same thing, but so would you say you are a consciousness?
yeah, I basically I would say that everything. What I would surmise is that basically there's a collective consciousness that happens, and everything flows in and out from that same consciousness.
So what would happen if you got into an accident but you survived? Well, how would you describe that to other people? Or how would other people describe what happened to you? Would you say I got into an accident? Would you say
My bone
consciousness
suit.
got into an accident?
Well, so there's relative ways of talking and there's absolute ways of talking. So for the relative matter, people need to say like, "Oh, I is in me," and me is in the bodysuit. But if you ask somebody beyond that, it counteracts itself instantly. Like if somebody's like, "Oh, I am this body," and then I'm like, "Oh, okay, so that means that when the body dies, you die." And they say, "Oh no, that's not what happens," and then you're not the body.
Yeah, me and the body are connected.
But I mean,
You can.
just because you're connected to something doesn't mean that you are that thing.
Oh, you think I took over the body?
No, I mean, ultimately,
You think I
If you're
hijacked the body?
if you're like a consciousness cruising around the body, then you're not the body. The body is like your car. So you don't call when you hop in your car, you don't say.
So
this
I'm
is
a
me.
pirate and I hijacked this body.
Not a pirate. It's like when you hop in your car, you're not saying, "Oh, I'm the car,"
You're
But
a
I
pirate.
own the car.
but you're not saying that you are the car.
But me and the car are one in those moments.
But you're still not saying that you are the car.
I am car?
You're not. And then that's what, and you basically said earlier that you hopped into this body and like you're in like in this mech suit, which means that there's something driving it. And if there's something driving it, then you're not the thing you're not the vehicle.
How could I
driving the
not
vehicle.
be the vehicle?
Because you're driving the vehicle. Just like how you drive a car. You're not the vehicle. You're just driving it.
I don't know enough about that
I understand where
I just think like
the theory takes you to, but I don't understand how you rationally get there. I know you keep saying the same way, but it's like
rationality, if you're talking about relative to absolute, rationality only works
on a personal level.
Yeah, in a relative moment. It's not really.
So then how would you
Beyond.
how would you describe to everyone else what reality is?
What you make of it. That was my
And then
best.
what would happen?
Trey response.
Yeah, what happens after reality?
I don't know.
Well, reality goes on just
But why
without
don't you know
there.
though? Because if
I
you're
mean, I
just
don't know if
controlling,
reality goes
if
on.
you're just controlling a vessel, you should be able to control other things, right?
Probably.
So what would happen after you stop controlling this vessel?
I mean, we'll have to find out.
But why do you have to find out? You can't just already know?
if that was the
First,
case,
he
then
must
we'd
fuck
already
around.
know. I mean, for really, all I know is you die and you die, and it's just black, and that's it. And there's not
For
even
sure.
anything.
No, for sure.
Like that's the. I mean, nobody has. You know, a lot of people talk about like past lives and past life regressions and being whatever things like that, but ultimately, people only talk about structures and ideas that existed in books or stories or things that their mind knows, that the brain knows. No one's really creating like being like, oh yeah, I was a Zorp from whatever, you know.
Glorp.
Yeah, like
When you look in the mirror, you don't see yourself?
physically or
I just said you don't see yourself when you look in the mirror. Or do you see yourself when you look in the mirror?
I think when I look in the mirror, I see the relative self, which is like, okay, that's like the me that is processing through the world, or the Sean. That is like the Sean that people know. There's like the son, the friend, the, you know, whatever that people will relate to the face and the body. But
Do you ever see anything and feel different?
what do you mean?
Do you ever see anything in the mirror but feel different than what you see?
Yeah.
Oh, like have you ever had those moments where you look in the mirror and you don't know who you are? You
Or-
question your existence.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked in the mirror and yeah,
time.
totally. Like looked in the mirror and been like, even to the sense of like, and I know when people get older, they say this often. They'll be like, I looked in the mirror and I go like, who's this person standing in front of me? And that's because when I hear that, it's because, or I assume and I relate it to constructs. So like, there's the construct of who I looked at like and saw when I was like 25 and I was in a band, or like 24, you know, and like that's no longer what I see, but some people continuously internally feel that way or don't let go, you know, and it's like that, the feeling different than what someone sees. I mean, sometimes I look in the mirror and it's just kind of funny because I'm like, honestly, what is this body? Like, you know, I'm looking at this thing, but at the same time, I'm having what seems to be thoughts outside or beyond it.
Wouldn't it be crazy if mirrors actually don't reflect?
It's just me looking. It's just like a thing looking in.
A glorp.
No, I wouldn't say a glorp, but it doesn't reflect. What we see is something our mind's trying to piece together.
Yeah. Yeah. I should say too, like, none of this conversation is me trying to get you to believe something, because I
No,
don't.
you couldn't. I'm trying to understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because I don't think these type of things, like, also, like, I don't think afterlife things are meant to be something that we're trying to get people to believe. Because it's just like, if I'm sitting here being like, oh yeah, this is what happens, that's not for you, it's for me at that point. It's just to make me feel better about the things I've decided. I think,
So why
like,
do you think religion's so big?
I think that's what religion, like,
No, but then why is religion so big? Then?
because it's so, like, it starts off as being a power, right? So like at the beginning, this is kind of an assumption, but like at the beginning you kind of have like this idea, like, if you don't do these things, you're going to be thrown to eternal, like, damnation and fire. That can be used as a great way for governing people, just as like laws and rules, and having people abide to them. Also, when people can't read, so you have the only one person to read that's saying, oh, this is what the words say, you know? And if you're uneducated, you can't read, and you look up to these, you know, and different caste systems basically are built that say, like, you know, listen to your king. The king knows you don't know, or the king was righteously put in power by God or whatever. Then people just start believing, like, oh, well, I've never thought about anything that happens but afterlife, but this is what they say, so I'm going to believe it. And then from there, which I think is like a lot of things from religion to politics, people only want to get you to agree often because, and I'm not saying it's always, but like, if I get you to believe that like afterlife is consciousness, like let's say I was trying to get you, like, you're like, okay, yeah, actually I don't believe in a soul. It doesn't do anything really for you. It's only for me. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now I feel better about. Now there's one more person that believes in this, and so I'm not alone in it, and that makes it stronger. You know, and I feel like that's what religion. A lot of it is. It's like you just start getting.
So do you think everyone that's devoutly religious is easily manipulated?
I'm not gonna touch that. I don't know.
Well, I think religion.
Touch that one.
I think religion's just big because people want answers and people want a reason for things, whether it's why to behave good or bad. But I think to explain things to them in a way that's comprehensible. Because like what you said, I don't think it's that far off from religion. Because I think it requires a different kind of faith, but it still requires a
you
faith
to believe in something.
Yeah,
that
believe in something that you can't necessarily
prove.
comprehend and
Totally.
you can't prove, but people want to believe in something because nobody wants to really think like that.
This is it.
Like that, then there was no reason for them.
Well, that everything
that existing,
yeah,
or
that,
anything.
that everything's basically just a crate in your brain. This whole time is just everything as a.
It's a wrap. Once you gone, it's a wrap. But yeah, it would be pretty sad if that was.
Well,
but you wouldn't even know. So
I mean,
but you wouldn't know.
But then it's like you spend your life in this bone mech, working
Searching.
like a job for no reason.
yeah, yeah.
To have a house over your head
yeah.
for no reason.
to get a bigger house for no reason,
But
to
still,
drive other cars for your
For
bone
no
mech.
reason.
Yeah.
But I think even with that though, like,
So homeless people are onto something.
do you believe? Like, let's just say, for instance, there
Mental
was.
illness.
I mean,
I'm not saying that. I advocate for mental health.
No, I'm saying that's what.
Not all of them. Some people
That's
want to
what
be
they're-
out there for different reasons.
I mean, some. Yeah, actually, that's some. It fits their scenario. The thing with like, you know, you're saying like have a job, work for no reason, have a car, buy a house for no reason. There's some religions and beliefs where like you take what you had in this realm to your next realm, which
But they Mormon.
No, ancient Egypt.
I mean, yeah,
They're one of them too.
But I think it's just kind of wild because like to me that's a wild ass thought. Be like
I mean, it's wild to think you're gonna burn up somewhere forever.
Yeah, exactly.
forever
Like
for something that you can't understand, eternity. But also the opposite side is crazy to me too. Like
Just ask for forgiveness one time.
but you
And you
also
can be saved forever.
and you'll live in
Peace and
in
harmony.
heaven forever.
Forever.
Like I'm just gonna be
Forever.
chilling forever.
I remember when
floating.
when we'd all be like, this is like when we were like 24, 25, and we'd be
21,
like partying, and I'd be like to the people and our friends like, oh, like that are religious. I'm like, oh, is there free will in heaven? And they'd be like, yeah. Then I'm like, oh, could you like not even kill someone?
Yeah,
Can you
but could
hurt
you do
someone?
something
Can you
bad?
do something
Yeah.
bad? Then they're like,
They're like, no, it wouldn't
No.
be heaven if you could. Josh.
then it's like,
Like,
yeah,
well,
exactly. Then that's not free will, is it?
well, yeah, because we're living under God, and we're with God. We're reconnected with God.
It's like, what if you want to play video games? You probably couldn't, because there'd be violence in video games and stuff, and that wouldn't be
Every
holy,
game
right?
has to be rated G for God.
And it's all just Pong.
No, yeah, I mean the concept that heaven or even purgatory or hell is just what they could tell people to maybe, like you said, kind of structure them to do something, because it makes no sense that you could literally do any of that stuff forever. You could just float in agony, not even agony, just float in the middle forever in purgatory.
Right? Yeah.
How does that
In
make
gray,
sense?
you're just gray forever.
How does that make sense?
And your bone mech. Wait, would you even
But
have
why-
a bone
Wouldn't
mech?
have
It'd
a
be
bone
like,
mech.
That's the weird thing to me too. It's like, wait up. Like, let's just say you go to heaven, right?
The people that think they could see people when they get there.
Well, like that, you have the same body. So let's just say on this, let's just say on this earthly existence, you were handicapped, right? But you go to heaven, and then you show up in heaven, and you have the same body. I'd be like,
That would be a cruel
What a
trick.
rip.
what the fuck? Like, you can't just gonna hook me up
You
with.
get to heaven handicapped.
That's what. But there's like there's idea. It's like, oh, you look the same way, and you'll see your wife because they'll look the same way. I'm like, why would you look the exact same way?
But on the flip side, that is what you tell to like
People.
sound bad, but people that are on the last legs, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Type thing when
you're
they're like,
placating them more than
like,
anything.
you know, when in 2 weeks when you're not here, your arms are gonna be working.
Wow. Well, but too, like you said, like, oh, you'll see your wife, and it's like, It's like at what stage when they died,
Right?
And is it like the body if you were like racked by disease or a sickness? Like, will it be that
Exactly.
emaciated body?
It
Will
would
it be?
suck to be in heaven as an infant. Like you never enjoy nothing. You just
But why would you even go? Like, I guess because you're pure. But like,
Yeah.
are you good? Well, you said that
You got
humans
no
are
choice.
born in
pure?
sin.
You're born in sin. You're born on.
So
earth.
then if you're a baby, you're not going to
Listen
be.
to
You're
my
not going
words.
to.
You're born in sin, and if you are a religious person, sin and hell
Is in.
only. It really just means separation from God, and here on earth you are separated from God.
Which is also confusing because you were one with God at the same time.
At one time, maybe.
I mean, at the same time, technically.
At the same time, technically.
Yeah.
But that's what I say. You're born into sin because that's the whole religious thing. Oh, here on earth, it's sin because you are disconnected from the Father.
Yeah. And I guess if you take it to like a Buddhist side, sin
They
is
have the
just
same-
ignorance. All it is just means that you can't see clearly.
And that's why they're always
Just you're
trying to
ignorant.
reach enlightenment, and right?
Technically, yeah. Like that's like the whole idea of enlightenment is seeing clearly, is
Seeing clear.
being beyond karma and creating karma, or beyond creating cause and effect. Like that's the whole thing. So like, I agree with that. I think sin generally is just like you're ignorant to some sense. You
And in the sense of religious, yeah, I guess if you're not God, bad shit does happen here. So that's why people can be like, "How is God here?" You
yeah.
know,
Oh, true.
that's
Mm-hmm.
why would God allow that?
Yeah.
And then you just keep on going down rabbit holes because they're just questions you can't answer. Which is why I just don't say I'm religious at all. I'm spiritual.
What do you think Jimmy Butler is?
Emo.
He is emo.
No, he's a good troll. I love him.
That's
I
like
feel like he'd be Catholic.
Oh, really? I don't know. He had a tough story, right? He had
did
a little.
with his yeah.
So he
Dad
would
and
either be
everything.
Baptist, Catholic.
I
or
think he'd be
Christian,
Baptist,
Yeah.
depending on where he's from.
Greek Orthodox,
He'd be
Russian Orthodox.
Russian Orthodox. He'd be cutting his life into pieces though.
Is
Are
this
you
his last resort?
are you all at our media day? Was his last resort? Was it? Have you seen
Dame
all
was
those
his last
all those
resort.
memes?
They didn't give it. Yeah, the friggin'
You
there's
see him
so
and his wife
many-
are getting divorced too?
Dame or Jimmy?
Jimmy. Oh, Dame.
She didn't want to move from Portland or what? Marital
I-
problems?
No, I don't know, but they're definitely getting divorced. He
Damn.
filed.
They just
Oh.
took that picture too of them being at the. Well,
Nope.
bummer.
Done deal.
But you know what though? It happens.
it does
Ariana
happen.
Grande just got divorced.
pay
from
like
her
$1 million?
dude. Yeah, which is I think kind of.
Well,
I
not
don't want to
much.
say it's small potatoes, but like,
I'm sure she said it was small potatoes.
but
in
considering
comparison.
what could have been paid,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, what does he do? Should he not be getting this $1 million? Should he?
I don't
Is he
even
a
know what
schmuck?
he does.
That's what I'm saying. You know, if he's doing all right on his own, there's no way he should be getting
Yeah.
money.
Do you
Wait.
think were those piercings
They're clip-ons. The hair was real, though, right?
the
Yeah, he had to get that shit.
Dude.
That shit is fried, dog.
all of the lip ones looked fake, but his eyebrow one looked real.
I don't think.
Well,
any of that's
they all
real.
look like that.
I
though.
was like, damn, did homie
because
just get
the next day at practice, he looked like Jimmy Butler.
yeah.
He had his hair braided up.
Do you see when he was
Oh, that was yeah.
when Bam and his
He
Bam
was just like Jimmy was trying not to laugh. He's like, I gotta stay.
I gotta stay in
character.
character. It's like shh, I gotta stay in character.
No, Jimmy's always been like that.
Yeah.
He's always said like if he wins what does he say? Like what jacket do they get in the Hall of Fame? He always said he don't care about like going to the Hall of Fame. He's like
Yellow jacket.
Do they get a green jacket or isn't that
I thought
just
that's
golf?
golf.
golf's green jacket, but it may be yellow. It may
You
be
get
a
yellow?
gold. It may be gold. Gold may be football. They get jackets.
Hall
though.
of Fame sort of
Like
thing.
it's a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he said he
jacket.
doesn't care.
He says he don't care.
I don't
about
think
it,
he'll
you
ever care.
I don't think he would care.
He seems like he just likes
He
to
said
have fun.
he said he wouldn't go if they got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
nominated.
That's funny.
that fits Jimmy just
Yeah.
doing something like
Jimmy Fitz.
Well, he did like when he was in the bubble. He started the Jimmy's coffee shop, and was doing like $10 coffees and stuff. He's like,
He's
Jimmy's
selling.
hilarious.
He's selling $10 coffees, and then he's complaining about $6 gas. Come on, Jimmy. Come on,
gas has
choose
gone
side.
down. It's like $5.50.
It's nah. If you look over here,
see, that's like what we were talking about earlier. When someone takes away and then gives to you, like it's like, oh yeah,
yeah,
it ain't never
prices
going
are
back
down.
to $1.50.
well,
No,
it never
never.
was. But I was hoping
It was
we'd
when we started driving.
no, but it was never.
Yeah, when was that? When I
I think
When we were
people
16,
were
yeah.
hoping for like I don't know, like a 380, like a Ford.
I
Why
think you can go
couldn't
back
it
down to
to
four
$1.80?
something. You can go back because greed.
Greed.
And it, like you said, like because they've already
You've already
had
done
us experience as like $3-4 is the normal.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's normal, why would they
No one will go.
why would they be so generous?
Yeah. And this is like always a
Sacrifice that
funny
bottom
thing
line.
because people will say like, "Oh, they need to do something about this." I'm like, "So you want government oversight of a private company?"
Let's just strike the government. I've been saying that.
But like,
Hey, that's why you think I was I was gonna say something. I can't say that. I don't want to get audited.
I've been trying to strike the government, dude, for real, Like,
Well, it's
if
funny.
we ban up and just say enough's enough, what are they gonna do besides kill us?
They'll take away your bone mech, Trey. That's all we got is our bone mech.
Here, Josh, we could beat them in the fourth dimension,
In time?
time and space.
Well, it's like what Sean was saying, like, wait, what was he saying?
They'll never. Yeah, no. Just once they give us or take something away, they're not going to give it back to us. So they know that we're willing to pay up to $6 right now.
Yeah, like how they say,
So
like,
there's-
oh, thanks, Biden. Gas $6. It's like, you think the president's been like, whatever he did, raise the price of gas. Like, whether it's Trump or Biden, it's like, they don't have, or Obama, it doesn't fucking matter what they do. It's like, you think they put taxes, and that's a state thing, is taxes. Is there a federal tax on gas, do you think?
There probably has to be, but I know California, our state tax is the highest state tax on gas.
Well, because we also have subsidies for ethanol and all that shit.
I call it Newsom's special blend.
Thanks, News. Or who's maybe like Arnold?
It's Newsom's proprietary.
Jerry Brown.
Yeah, they tell us
Thanks.
Californians we have to have a proprietary blend or our gas will go bad.
well,
That's what they tell us.
Well, it's corn subsidies that make ethanol because they got to do something with corn. But it's like it's like
E85.
wasn't it also though that this money is supposed to go to our? And I'm not saying it does, but isn't it the story like it goes to our roads? Like, isn't that the whole thing?
Infrastructure?
Infrastructure.
I thought it was supposed to go to education. I thought that's
It's
what
not going nowhere.
I just
thought
know that
that's what-
Newsom says our 85 cents higher than anybody in the country is justifiable because we have a special blend.
Well, we do have we have the strictest
It's like it's
emissions.
aged.
We have the strictest emissions in.
Yeah, we do.
Because that's why certain car companies they base it off of California because we have the most amount of cars on the road too. So it's like they will base their performance of their cars, like how it performs in California, off our gas blend and everything.
Yeah,
and
some of
they'll
our
like
equipment we're selling, we can't even sell it in California.
because it's not up
That's
to
crazy.
Doesn't meet
regulations.
emissions. So we got to sell it to like Arizona.
You know, Arizona is the only state where they draw more energy than they produce.
Really?
So they're a net drain on
Wow.
the grid.
I mean, I could see that. It's literally.
They could produce a lot though,
But
but
no, like-
barren land.
No, yeah, that like, but then look at like Nevada is actually one of the leading
water
like
energy.
yeah, conservation like technologies because of all those casinos and stuff, they have to be very green. Like what is it, LEED certified silver? Like they
Oh,
have to be all that technology actually trickles down to residential stuff. So the irrigation with the lawns, it's like what they learned how water capture technology from like the hotels and everything.
Plain water,
Yeah.
to water grass.
So it's like they're doing all that, but they do have all the
I mean, they have the Hoover
profits
Dam.
from
like.
But Arizona, like they're a big drain.
That's crazy.
Shout out Arizona.
I would not move out there, but I would claim residency.
In Arizona.
Mhm.
New Montana.
I would do
Oh
residency
yeah,
in
anywhere
like
that has no state tax.
St. Bart's.
That's
St.
cool.
Bart's.
I
Kits.
don't know.
Yeah, anywhere that has no
Kits and-
state tax, I'm
St.
down.
Kitts or Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos.
Turks.
So when I was away, I heard somebody said Biden or Trump.
Well, like how people are like, oh, gas is so expensive. Thanks Biden
blames-
or Trump or Obama or Bush or something. It's like that's like you said, that's a private industry, and it's like, is there a federal tax on? There probably is, but then there's like a lot of it is state tax because
Yeah.
I think in like Tennessee or Kentucky or something, it's like $3 something a gallon.
Yeah, what's also there. But I was gonna say this one's more for Trey. So I found one thing that I appreciated in Trump.
What is it?
Even though he lies like crazy,
Mm-hmm.
you also know exactly what to expect from him. It's like his lying.
I've been saying that. I was
I
like,
know,
he'll
that's-
lie
that's
straight
why
to
I
you,
said-
but you know what you're getting.
Yeah, that's why I said it. Because, like, so, like, Biden with the border wall, like, this week,
Says one thing, does another thing.
completely different than everything. And then he even said when they asked him, because he had said, I don't think border walls work. And then they asked him again this week. So you're going to go with the border wall. Do you think it works?
It
And he
just
said,
changes the script.
no, he said, no, I don't think it works. I'm like, bro, you're sticking to your story still, even though you also just went back on what you said. And he took out, like, it was like 27 like federal like laws or mandates that stopped from building. He just basically took them back so he could build on the land. Like,
Oh yeah, the like the ecological impact,
ecological
and a lot of it
impact,
was
yeah.
like environmental impact and like
people's
everything.
like lives, because the wall it separates where people's like it's on people's houses.
That's as
and
bad. I
land.
mean, they're all the same. Like Trump, I don't like him personally, but I mean, he helped the PPP loan people for show during COVID, and they needed help.
yeah,
He helped them.
and I wouldn't say like it's like a liker or a good or bad like or dislike thing. I just hope.
I think it's all bad.
More bad than
It's just
good.
like when people were voting for Biden, and they were like, anything's better than Trump,
Not necessary.
and it was like, okay, but like you're still missing the point.
Find the good in each one of these guys.
But I also think you're still missing the point of voting. Like if
you're
it's
not
just
supposed to tell
like,
people who you're voting for anyway.
is that just because it's uncouth?
I guess it just looked at to be like not cool, yeah. But now we're just in a whole different world.
Not uncouth, uncool. Well, it's I think it just more illustrates the fallacy of a two-party system. It's all appearance things, and they use like identity politics to like divide, which is like a strategy in itself. But it's like they're very much aligned in preserving the status quo of like whatever party. It doesn't matter. It's like they're all in service of the same thing, so it doesn't
Totally.
matter. And it's all about class separation. And then we should just burn it all down.
Hell yeah!
We should
like
just strike the government. I'm advising. Take that back. I'm definitely not advising anyone to do this. I'm proposing. I'm proposing.
Allegedly proposing.
Yeah.
I'm proposing for people to not pay taxes and do stuff like that for a year straight. See what happens. Take
Everybody.
the power back.
Well, like, I mean, you have to pay sales tax though.
No.
Well, how could you be like?
How could
you
you
wouldn't
buy
buy
anything?
anything. Did you make it? If you have to buy, if you got to cut down trees, you got to buy an axe, right? You gonna make the axe yourself?
Josh, I'm living in fairy tale land right now.
That's
Just
not where
go
we
with
exist.
no, you. That's right. That's not where you
Just go with
exist.
me. I'm living in fairy tale land right now.
I
No?
This is my playground, not yours. All right, stay out
think
of it.
it's crazy because
Build
like
a wall between it.
clearly Biden's shit and lies, or I don't even know if it's him. I don't even say it's him, but like the system, the power that is that scenario. And on the other side, like with Trump, like I honestly personally think that is just one giant media manipulation that they are hinging on and basically confabulating. I think that's a word.
Conflagellating?
Conflagellating.
I don't know.
Conflagration.
I think that's like just to sell their numbers, because supposedly he's like doing the best and everyone wants him. I'm sorry, I don't hear anyone really talk about like at least when like
President?
I mean like any of it really like at least when Trump
Unless you're a
was
cop, I don't
around.
think anybody cares.
But like, at least when Trump was around the first time, people were like, yeah, people were actually talking about, like, I did hear people, even if they were against him, but like, I don't hear anybody
No one
out.
cares.
Yeah.
no more,
I'm like,
It's
dude,
just
like, you can't tell me that people actually are like, really pumping him up and wanting him back. And then
no, America's like a bunch of beaten dogs right now. We're just about to spaz out, bro. It's like we've been beat down so much that now it's just like we're just
like-
letting them say whatever, but something's gonna happen. Like
I feel like we need to take lessons from like France or even like other countries where they like
rise up.
yeah, they have
Revolution.
like strong like feelings about like civil disobedience. Like,
no
they
one
really-
likes
they-
the president,
like-
so I don't understand. Like we did a civil war before. Let's run it.
Well, there's
Let's
a lot
rock
of
it.
people who fucking love not Biden. There's a lot of people who love Trump. Like
Oh, no,
he's like a
no,
cult
for sure. But there's a lot of
personality
people that
and
love Biden, but I feel like I can get enough people that
stuff, but is there though?
dislike the system. I'm not going against people. I'm going against the system. I feel like more people have been affected negatively by the system, and you could rally that.
You think you could get enough people to be against the system, and that would actually be able to take the system down in terms of like
hack the planet.
military power?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because I would lock in, and then just
What does that mean to lock in?
No, this was I'm gonna tell you right now. I would lock in, and then I would tap in with some people that are in a different country that have power, and I'd be like, hey,
who?
We've been talking about some names.
Well, then also,
playing with them in chess.
but also these terms you're using. You said lock in and tap in. What does this actually consist of? Like, what does it mean to lock in?
To get me and my cronies. That's the lock.
Your billions of people. How? Like,
I don't
let's say
need a billion. I
you
need
probably
a
need like
million.
1 million versus like the population's like 300 million.
I'm not trying to take away the population. I'm trying to take away the government. Look at the Nancy Feinsteins. If we really wanted to, we could take these people out by hand. Like, literally. These people are old and decrepit. You saw how the people took over the freaking Capitol just on a whim. On a whim, they took the Capitol, bro.
They were locked in and tapped in. They
weren't even locked or tapped.
They were both locked and tapped. I disagree. Trey, what is your platform to lock and tap the people in?
It's going to be
Treygonomics.
Trugel on .Trey.
That's your platform? Is like a couple of words?
Basically,
no, it's a whole infrastructure that works outside the internet.
Basically, Trey's going to make a fascist.
No, those are strong words.
But you probably should believe everything that I say for this to work out.
You'd have to believe.
And if you don't, you can't sit with us.
Well, they say like all
I'll make a religion. That's easier.
Well, all revolutions are bloody, and then they turn like even with the intent of being like communist, socialist, or something. Then they ultimately end up being a dictatorship.
It would have to, right? Someone's got to make the rules, right?
Well, because they say like to certain things, like
we can't all make the rules, or could we?
I mean, that's supposed to be what a democracy is, but that would mean that every single person has to vote, and every vote actually matters. Not saying they don't, but
you kind of just did.
They don't. There's that thing called the Electoral College.
That makes no sense.
Oh man, well that's a relic from the fucking like Civil War or something.
But are we still using it though, right?
Yeah,
I mean we use some shit that we shouldn't be using anymore.
Holy Bible.
I mean, but oil.
Yeah, we really shouldn't use oil.
And
not how we use it.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not against
to rely on it the way we do. Yeah, there's no reason.
Especially since we rely on countries that we don't like to give us the oil. I think that shit's hilarious.
And we gotta like play nice.
Yeah, we'll be like, oh, we're against them, but also on the back end, we're buying it from them. We're good. We homies.
It's a weird system.
It's like talking shit about like I don't do drugs and being like, yo, what's up, dog?
Well, it's like how they were saying like the United States was like telling its like allies in Europe not to buy natural gas from Russia.
It's like, why? It's cheaper.
And they would buy them, but then they're also like providing weapons to Ukraine for like, so it's
what is going on? Are they still feuding?
Yeah, they're beefing.
Yes.
There's a lot like that's the whole thing. I mean, like whether I don't think anybody can like it's like one country is like killing civilians in another country. It's like that much is plain. Like that should be pretty I don't know, pretty cut and dry, but I guess it's still going. It's still going strong. Like I heard like cuz they're the Ukrainian military, they're putting all the weapons to use. Like
are people dying?
Yeah.
Like lots of people.
A lot of people.
War.
Because I follow a couple artists on IG and they have been documenting it. Like they haven't really been making that much art lately, just obvious reasons. And they say that like there's still like just civilian like sites. They're just rockets and missiles and stuff. They're still killing like the civilian population.
And this is Russia?
Yeah. They are beating them back in certain ways, like the Russian like naval fleet. Like Ukraine has been using drones to like disable their ships and stuff. So they're pulling back a little bit and they're gonna rely more on like like naval, like
What's the beef over
airplanes
again?
and
Land,
stuff.
I'm assuming.
Land.
Basically, yeah, because Ukraine is like a hub for manufacturing and agriculture.
So like, and also in the 90s when Gorbachev let the USSR break up and it became
Back in the USSR.
yeah, this was part of Russia, part of USSR, and so
So we're saying we should have it.
no, so Putin
Saying he should have
is
it.
saying we should have never let it go. Gorbachev was a bitch. We should have it back. And then they started with Crimea, which was like 5 years ago.
A river.
Crimea, which is it was like a piece of land that was that
Splitting the two.
Russia said it was theirs, and then they basically
It's like a lot of
forget
like
the word.
So it's like, what is the place that we have that we shouldn't have? Like the DR?
everywhere.
No, I mean like the DR.
PR? No, we don't own Dominican.
Oh, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico,
Like them.
Guam.
Guam.
I mean,
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
technically technically California.
California.
I mean, that was yeah. To answer your question, Russian military casualties say that they're around 300,000.
Of theirs.
Yeah.
Casualties aren't deaths. though.
Sorry, 120,000 deaths.
Oh, there you go.
120,000 deaths, and Ukraine says 70,000 killed.
Casualties means like you're injured, but
Injured.
out of action.
So the Russians saying they got more people hurt?
Yeah.
Because they're just like they're throwing because they're like conscription, like they're it's like a draft.
Yeah.
So there's
Oh,
and they're
you're right.
they're sending out people with like minimal training, minimal like unsuitable equipment and stuff for the conditions because Ukraine gets cold as fuck and stuff. You know,
Yeah,
it's about to get cold again. So shit's just crazy. I mean, I guess in similar things, have you guys heard about what's happening in Israel, Palestine?
No. Well, kind of.
Like Hamas. Do you know what Hamas is?
You gotta fully get me up to speed though.
Okay, so Hamas is kind of like I don't know if you want to say it, the unofficial government. They run the government in Palestine. Or they're at least a strongly influential group within Palestine. But Hamas and I think Palestine Islamic Jihad. Hamas is like a militia.
Yeah.
So both of those groups they launched attacks on Israel.
Yeah, I seen that.
They launched 5,000 rockets into Israel, and I got this from Popular Front. They said 100 troops to like various checkpoints and villages, and they're like capturing. It's like,
What are they fighting over again? The Holy Land? What are they fighting over?
like the whole thing with like Israel and Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
Like besides like the very very like the whole ancient thing, but like
Land.
yeah, after
They're
World War
fighting
II,
over the Holy Land,
they broke up the thing and they gave
Jerusalem? Are they all fighting over Jerusalem still?
Gaza Strip, Jerusalem, whatever.
That's all they've still been fighting over.
Well, basically, I mean, the Palestinians' land, and after World War II, we gave like, oh, let's put all the Jewish people here, and then gave them that and split it. And we're like, okay,
but
that's
now they
good.
want it back.
Well, but both of them say that the Holy Land is ours,
theirs.
so it's a Holy Land.
They both have
snare.
like mosques and temples built on the same grounds and like throughout the ages.
Pangea. Do you know Pangea's sister? Do you know the name of it? You know the name, which is crazy.
Nibiru.
No, isn't that the Nibiru the
Anunnaki.
yeah. No, Laurasia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Laurasia?
Laurasia.
Don't you guys know someone named Laurasia?
That was when the worlds were connected, right?
Pangea, yes.
Yes. Or maybe Pangea broke out into two things.
Oh,
one was Laurasia.
Well, they call Australia and like the other one's Oceania, right? Like that's a cool name.
Yeah.
Oceanic Rift.
Was that from that movie Pacific Rim?
It could be.
It sounds like it
definitely
was.
could be. Anybody fuck with Drake?
I
like as a human, as a person.
I think he's a cool human.
I think he's dope.
He seems like an okay guy.
You listen to the album?
I did.
I know you
know
did
I
not.
did.
I just heard that one song, which was tight. That was a tight
It's
song.
whatever. Yeah.
The
That's
song
the
was
best
tight.
song on the
Oh, is it? Okay.
best song on the album.
You know, you just colored my opinion of the whole thing. I'm like, I'll listen to it and I'll be like, yeah.
You don't even
was
care for
okay.
Drake though, huh?
I don't. I used to dislike him like actively. I was a hater for sure. I'll admit that. But like, no, I like
You
him.
didn't fuck with the boy.
Yeah. Because I'd be like, nah, that's not Drake. That's Aubrey.
That's Aubrey.
That's Aubrey.
That was J. Cole's dopest line. He's like, "Who's the GOAT? Is it K. Dot? Is it Aubrey? Or is it me?" He goes, "I don't know, but I feel like I'm Muhammad Ali." Which is saying he feels like he's
the GOAT.
He's saying he feels like he's the GOAT.
Yep.
No, I think that song was dope. But Drake's album was cool though. It was a Drake album.
I'll give it a listen.
It was definitely a Drake
It was-
album, which is to be expected.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing to go crazy
He
about.
doesn't like, even when he did that one that was like dance hall, it's like he's not
I like that album.
moving the needle of his personal thing. It's like he's like kind of like it's not him, it's his producers, right? That are like
He
kind
has
of
so many different
crafting his sounds.
He kind of just goes with what I think. I feel like it's way more calculated than we really think.
Oh no, I know. I think it's perfect. I think it's completely
But
calculated.
they go. But that's why Drake I think has been on for so long because he's like a chameleon. He can kind of.
Stick with me here. So is Drake the consciousness, and his albums are his bone suit?
Ooh,
He changes bone suits. He gets different bone suits.
he doesn't change bone suits. He changes clothing on the bone suits. He changes the bone suit's outward appearance.
Okay, so it changes.
So he does,
Change clothes.
He doesn't change the bone suit.
and go.
Changes the appearance of the bone suit.
so he hits the gym,
Mm-hmm.
overeats sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
hits puberty.
That's getting it. No, I love Drake. GOAT, possibly. I don't like the term, but he's dope.
Genius? Never.
Never.
Genius? Nah, I definitely don't consider Drake a genius, but he's definitely.
Sorry, Drake.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely you're at the tippy top of rap music
Wait.
right now.
I was discussing this off pod, but like, you said he's not a great entertainer, right? Or you said he's a good entertainer. I can't remember.
No.
What you're
I
saying
said
about
Drake and J. Cole. That would have been my like counter if I was you guys saying that like Taylor Swift was an entertainer because I consider Drake and J. Cole to do exactly what Taylor Swift does on the adverse side. They're not entertaining.
That's what I said. I used Drake.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
They're not
'cause I said-
entertaining, but if you are a fan of them, you will have fun at the show. Now, seeing the show, it will be a lackluster thing. It could be seen as lackluster, I would say. I'm not saying it is. It just, like I said, my other example would be like, I don't put a Drake or a J. Cole in the same realm as a performer as like Kendrick, because I feel like Kendrick's stage performance is way more grandiose than either Drake or J. Cole's ever been.
But doesn't that just come to production value? Because like then
That-
you say like
I put
the
that
weekend
into the artistry,
the weekend is probably
Visually.
more on par with Kendrick then, right? Then,
of course.
but not artistically
Not for me.
and entertaining wise.
Entertaining, yeah, because like that's like Bruno Mars. To me, sonically, you could miss me with a lot of his songs, but I would love to see him
Uptown
perform.
Funk not going to give it to you.
No, but I'm saying like an album of Bruno. No, I'm gonna love the singles and that I would get out. But I would love to see him perform live because he's actually kind of an entertainer. Like,
And for that reason, I'm out.
yeah, he's actually up there, kind of putting his heart out there.
You know, you're taller than him.
He's small.
He's like 5'4".
yeah, he's tiny.
Wow.
Tiny boy.
He's that small.
Yeah.
pretty small.
But like, yeah, J.
Tay
Cole,
used
I
to
don't
tall.
say he's a great entertainer.
Mhm.
He's up there just rapping, walking back and forth. Same thing with Jay-Z. He's literally just rapping.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what I consider a Taylor Swift. She's
Like
literally
at
just
that
performing
at
her
that
songs.
Coachella show when we saw the Jay-Z set that I vaguely remember because I was all
Oh, it was
yacked out.
great.
That was like a lot of production value. That was very grandiose, was it not?
He had the band.
He had a band.
He had the changing backgrounds. He had like the New York.
He
It
had a
wasn't.
band.
It wasn't as much as the Dr. Dre and like Hollow Tupac.
It wasn't even close. But that's what I'm
But
saying.
I think that set up the bar. It's like, oh shit, he raised the bar for hip hop, like a stage show, and then
I agree.
Dre was like,
Dre
hold my beer.
fucked it up because no one's touched that since then.
Not like that at that place, no. But that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. We got to acknowledge that there actually is levels. I'm not saying people are trash; they're obviously on, but there's levels to entertainment. There's sometimes when you leave a shit and you're like, that was a fucking spectacle.
Well, I think that kind of goes with like what Sean was saying about context of it's like J. Cole's music could never demand that much grand like production value.
I think it'd be weird.
Why not? That's limiting what you think he can represent visually by his sonics. I think you could do anything visually. Music has no visual representation until you put it to it.
But like, if you're just saying visuals, that doesn't mean that you're an entertainer. It just means that you threw some entertaining things on there.
And that's what I'm classifying as entertainer, because there's other
So
stuff.
I wouldn't say you're an entertainer. I'd say whoever decided it was going to do your visuals.
Yeah, that's like your
whoever
production
ran
team.
your yeah, then they're the entertainers. They're the ones that are helping you out with that.
Okay, then can someone just look up the definition of an entertainer?
Yeah,
Someone who
Cedric.
entertains.
Because I believe it's a lot different than the definition of an artist or a musical artist or a musician.
Well, because then like an entertainer is also like, speaking of Cedric, like a comedian, and
Well,
they're
there's a lot of
just
different-
standing there.
But you're right, but he's not a musical act. He's telling jokes.
Bro, you're not even going to like this definition.
What is it say?
A person, such as a singer, dancer, or comedian, whose job is to entertain others.
That's about what it is.
So then everyone
could be entertained.
yeah.
That's
Like
why
everybody could be.
But that's why I said there needs to be levels to it. We can't just be like, oh yeah, you can be entertained by everything. Of course, you can be entertained by anything. But
isn't
there's
that what
levels.
Isn't
to
that when people
entertainment.
call like when people are like that's entertainment? Like it's not like when
It's like the showbiz. It's not. It's more than one thing.
Yeah.
To me,
but also like that's in showbiz is a perfect example. Like it's entertainment. Like
That's entertainment.
Like WWE.
that's
is
entertainment.
entertainment.
They're literally putting on a physical feat. They're acting. They're
Yeah.
doing a lot more than just one thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is entertainment.
Yeah, but like I don't think you could take that energy and still play golf. Like I don't think.
But some, like you said, some fans are fucking hyped over it.
Yeah, but they're the fans. They're not the
Exactly, yeah,
actual.
yeah, yeah.
They're not the actual.
Like
golfers.
if you took me there, I'm like, where's the?
I
can
don't
get a
think that you could take
grilled
the
cheese
golf.
sandwich?
I don't think you could take the golf game and do the golf game as and become an entertainer.
Well,
of the
Why
golf
not?
course.
To
Be
a
a
certain
Happy Gilmore.
to a certain thing. Like
But that's-
look at like
Have a
that's
different
what,
swing. No, it is it for golf for a harder thing. It's just be different.
well, look like that's what Liv
Well,
was
that is
trying
for
to
the
do.
fans, but I was saying
They were
for
trying to
Sean,
do that,
just
but-
be different. Everyone golfs the same. I know there's a new tennis guy coming up, and it's not the Francis,
He's
it's someone
dope.
else. No, but he's playing very unorthodox, where he's like having fun on the court, jumping around. It's not Nick Kyrgios, it's someone else. He's doing very unorthodox
Spanish kid.
moves. I think I don't know. He's ethnic of sort, but I don't know. I don't know where he's from, but no, it's just and he's captivating because he's not just out there playing like everyone else plays. It makes it more entertaining.
Speaking of different, have you ever tried Gia?
Parmagia?
You can get the sponsorship.
Try.
No, yeah. Taylor Swift's dope, but she's just not an entertainer.
Oh, you don't like the
Wait up.
Aperol Spritz, so you're not gonna like that.
He just said Taylor Swift's dope, but earlier this week,
Yeah, you don't like that. Sorry, I forgot.
though,
You'll like
Trey did listen to the Taylor Swift album.
Yeah, I gave it 20
I don't know
minutes.
which one you listened to.
The last one she put out, Midnights.
Whoa,
Midnights.
no, not for me.
That's like not that different than Aperol Spritz.
Yeah, Midnights.
Maybe you're not. It's been a while since you had an Aperol Spritz. Maybe that's why.
Let me double check. But
No,
yeah.
bro,
I feel like this is like the closest thing to like a cocktail replacement.
maybe
Aperitif, if
You didn't like it either?
no.
Yeah, that's not me.
Taylor Fritz.
It was Midnights.
Taylor Spritz.
Yeah, he made 25 minutes.
20.
20, not one. Was the
The production is cool. Jack Antonoff did a lot of it. I like him.
Why don't you marry him then?
I don't
Gosh.
love him.
Who
I
said you
like
need to
him.
love who you marry?
I mean, a lot of people don't love
You know where Jack's from?
Jack's mannequin.
Fun.
Hmm.
Remember that group?
Yeah.
And remember the
Oh,
singer
maybe.
from Fun? He was in the band The Format.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's in the format.
But no, I
was
think
in the
you're
format
wrong.
more than the fun.
About
Where he's from.
who?
Jack.
Jack.
Antonoff?
Yes.
Is
I
he
didn't
from
say
Jack's
where
Mannequin?
he's- Oh, what is he from?
Actually, I'm taking it back. You're not wrong.
He was
but there's
in Fun, but he was in something else bigger.
There's a newer Bleachers.
Oh, Bleachers. That's his after
Oh,
Fun,
I like
though.
No, but there's
Bleachers.
another one that's will throw you way back.
Prayers.
Steel Train.
He was in Steel Train?
Yeah.
See, and he's been around. That's why, like, Tay knows what she's doing. She got some of
How
that.
old is he?
He's young.
He's 39.
Damn, he's been in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
He
It's
looked.
like,
Wait,
I think
he was.
yeah,
Was he the lead singer of Fun?
Yeah.
No, he was a
no,
guitar
guitar
player.
He's a guitar
Oh, because I was
player.
gonna say that dude looks old.
Yeah.
Like
he's the singer from the format.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, he
That
was
guy.
that I can't do that voice. The Fun voice. This is a very That song was a banger though.
It was huge. That's all
Yep.
they really had was that one.
I just
song.
don't
Yeah,
know why
dude.
I didn't like it because the guy looked weird and he creeped me out.
For all those people, I mean, Steel Train was
Maybe
a
racist, but-
Steel Train was a drive-through records.
They had like one song that was like, and I always got them confused with Train at the time.
Jobs at Jupiter, jobs in here.
Because Jeremy Benyon would always be like,
That was a banger.
Steel
Yeah.
Train, Steel Train. I'm like, you listen to that whack ass shit, and I would always be thinking of Train. when he said
I would
Steel
almost
Train.
think like I'd get it confused with Steel Pulse, but if you know Steel Pulse, you would never. Just the names.
Bro,
Steel Panther.
Steel Panther.
He got a Grammy for Fun
Just
for the band.
kicks.
Best
Yeah, 'cause-
best new artist Fun. We Are Young.
Yep.
Song of the Year. Got a Grammy.
Then he's got a shit ton with Tay Tay.
Yeah.
Like everything else is Tay 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 Tay.
Can I see a picture of him?
He
Yeah.
wears the glasses. He looks like he's Jewish.
I mean,
I don't know.
what the fuck, Trey?
Think he looks like either of those. He
Looks like a
white
white
dude.
ass dude.
You don't think he looks shit?
He's a regular white dude.
He looks like nondescript is what I'd call him.
what?
Like he's
Why
not
do I say
ugly.
he looks Jewish?
He's not like he's
Yeah.
like generically
Because
handsome.
his
I guess
last name and kind of just him.
Antonov. I think that would be Russian, wouldn't it?
I would have thought German.
German.
Antonov.
But then I would think,
German. Wait, that's Russian.
oppressors and, possibly Jewish.
Wow. You know, when like you're like when people put those like word puzzles up and it's like write down the first 3 words that you see and like your eyes go to things. So I like did a little I did like a little thing and this is literally the sentence Antonov is Jewish. That's it. So there you go.
So what was that, guys?
I guess Russian Jew. I guess could be.
I was just putting the pieces together. You guys didn't want to.
Yeah, but you said
But
he
like-
looked like one. That is problematic.
Why is that problematic?
Looks like a white dude.
Jewish people can be white.
Isn't that kind of misleading if it says like they're Jewish? Because does that mean that like he is?
It is kind of misleading
Isn't it kind of misleading?
because you don't know why he's Jewish.
Is it like? Yeah, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, none of us mean that, but I just mean the sense of like, is he like
Practicing?
blood? Like,
I know, it's a lot of
is it-
different
Or
different-
is it religiously?
That's what I'm saying when I say Jewish. I just think of it as an ethnicity, even though that's wrong. I don't know if he's a practicing Jewish person.
Is he Jew or is he Jewish?
Yeah, he's a Jew. And that's I have no idea, but I'm just saying he looks like he could have had lineage.
Lineage, dude. He has
I don't
a
Oh,
know why that's-
laundry list of
Accomplishment. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
What's his net worth?
I don't know because he's a writer, but he's wrote most of Taylor's big shit, and he gets the credit on there as writer
I
and
mean,
producer.
producer for Florence and the Machines,
No.
Lana Del Rey,
No.
Lord, Saint Vincent,
No.
Taylor Swift,
No.
1975.
But that's like, what does like producer? Does that include writer?
He writes and produces for Taylor.
Okay. Well, but then I'm just like, but then
They like-
that's
or, like-
producing, and I'm like, what's a writing credit and what's a production credit, or is it like, is that kind of simultaneous?
No, it's two separate. But for Taylor Swift, I know for a fact he gets both because he's a producer. They produce together, but his name goes first on production, whereas writers, her name goes first. So basically, that way that reads
They're
is
just like kind of working together the whole.
well, the
whole
way
process.
it reads is he's carrying the production load. She may be contributing, helping, and she's carrying the writing.
She's writing,
load,
and then
he could
he's
be
like
helping.
Yeah.
That's the way it reads.
Do you think that she wouldn't be where she is if it wasn't for him?
Definitely, 100%.
And do you think it's fair for her net worth to be so
No.
much larger than his?
Because I know it's actually no, but that's the way of the world.
It's not Fantasyland.
It's not.
We don't live in that fancy world. He's about 50. It says
50 mil?
Yeah,
That's healthy.
It's very confusing because it says 30 to 50. That just seems like a big range.
but
at that point, it's not.
But it don't matter, I guess.
Yeah.
It makes sense though because while he does write and produce her stuff, he's not out there 365 performing.
No, he's not the face either.
You know what I mean?
If he's walking down the street,
I'm sure he's
I wouldn't
happy with
recognize
his
him
little
if I saw him.
5% cut that he's getting off of that for Port Vita. I would take that too.
Yeah.
Well, but then it's also like,
And
who is
like
it?
you
Scooter
said-
has that, like, but it's like when
Scooter
she,
bought that shit.
Yeah.
Fair game though. Taylor could have bought it herself, but she didn't want to.
I thought like it was through production and he owned it through like,
he bought it. She could have bought it before he bought it.
but it's actually
It was
like
also $300 million. Like it wasn't cheap.
No, but it's probably also
That's
like
up there.
it's fruitful for her to have gone through that to make her own just versions again and re-release it.
Yeah. for
Ultimately, it was probably a shitty experience, but ultimately it's like,
sure. Lesson learned.
yeah, and also like she owns
Now
this,
she owns that.
and she's also like raking in a lot of money from it.
But I also feel like that's why the resurgence of Tay Tay is too.
Mm-hmm.
Because not to say she needs the money, but now she's getting the money, so it's more advantageous for her to be in the limelight again.
Mm-hmm. What's her net worth?
750.
You know,
Second
19
richest woman in music.
Yep.
after B.
Maybe B
no,
or Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Oh yeah, well, because she has multiple things, but
They
like
all do.
B just from music alone is
Maybe
way more than Rihanna.
yeah.
Rihanna is just an entrepreneur, though,
Yeah.
right? Not just an entrepreneur. but
Fenty really.
yeah, that sale.
I didn't know how much Ryan Reynolds was worth.
What is he worth a
He's
lot?
worth a lot.
350.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
because
he's
he's
worth a
making all
lot.
those. He made like Red Notice. He makes all these shitty movies.
No, but it's
No,
not
it's
even
because
that.
all the
It's-
businesses he
Oh,
owns.
It was the
and
one
flips.
business
Aviation.
though. Is the one that was cool. They said they said all the Deadpool movies garnered him about 50. They said that got him
The
about
gin.
like about 50. But
then
the
he did-
kicker was
was-
he owned a 25% stake in Mint Mobile. And
That
they
was it.
sold
Yeah,
that
they sold
to
it.
T-Mobile, and his stake in the 25% equaled about 300 million.
Wow.
Because it was like 1 point something they sold it to like 2 years ago. So that's when he leveled up.
What's Blake like? Oh, but he's still the figurehead for Mint Mobile. He's still saying like,
He's still
acting like he's not part of
exactly,
T-Mobile.
but he sold his share. Blake Lively's 50. I just looked.
Oh, I thought he meant years old.
Off the dome.
Wrexham, the value in 1 year went up 300%.
What, from 1 million to how much?
So it cost them $2 million
To buy it,
to buy it, and so whatever
20 million, 30 million,
300% of 2 million.
6 million. It's pretty good.
6 million. Yeah, 6, 7. I heard they're just terrible though.
Who?
Well,
Wrexham.
for
Not really.
for their league though, like they're good in their league, but it's like you said, there's levels to this, and like
That's why I mean they're terrible. Yeah, and in their league exactly.
So,
their
like-
league is like way low.
they're
For the fourth league.
But that's what I'm saying. That's lower than farm when you think about how like
no,
our
not
stuff.
not like farm, because farm is amateur, right?
No, farm's professional.
Well, I'm just thinking like Cucamonga Quakes or something.
I'm thinking it's the team below the Quakes.
Oh,
Quakes is a farm team for like the Angels.
I mean, they're in 7th place in their English 2 league. They were at the bottom of the league.
No, but I'm saying how many are above them?
because there's champion.
It's English 2, English 1, Championship Premier.
So it's 3 or 4. They're in the 4th league.
They're in the 4th league.
That's what I'm saying though. You think about our leagues, basketball. You got NBA and G League. That's it. We don't even got a 3rd league. You got college.
Yeah, basically.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying they're so low.
So could LAFC? They could hold their own in what, like the 4th league or whatever? Maybe.
I don't know. Now,
I guess yeah.
I would imagine that they have to be able to. I would feel like, but the thing is, it's like,
It's so different. Well, it's like how like you saw FIBA,
yeah,
like
it's just we just don't.
well, because we got United States is so much pride in basketball. Like that's
Football, baseball.
that's like well, but like in the world stage, it's like because we can get beat in baseball by a lot of different teams now.
America.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like,
you're talking about on the world.
in the world
basketball,
stage,
we still run
basketball, we think we're so, and we put in like
but football, no one else plays it.
Yeah, but so that's not really a thing.
Yeah,
I'm not,
yeah.
but like they think
As
like
a
we're world
game,
power.
yeah. Basketball. That's about
Yeah,
it.
but like they got beat by who? Was it
yeah, how do we,
Germany or
it
something?
was someone we didn't have
Spain?
good people out there though.
Well,
we
'cause
didn't
they
have
put,
our
like-
best.
Well, yeah, they put like people who they think like Ant. I think Ant could be
Ant's
like
cool, but
he
he's
could
still
be
young.
Yeah, no, like in 3-4 years he could
Yeah,
be
he
like
could be-
he could be a superstar.
He could be a Tatum in like 4 years.
Yeah, but still, it's like there's no.
Those countries are putting their best, and we're putting in our farm league basically.
Well, you saw. I think they're trying to redeem themselves for like the next
I know,
Olympics.
they're all saying
Like,
they're playing in
They
the
put
Olympics.
Embiid is going to be in the
They
Olympics.
said Bron said he's going to do it. He committed. KD said he committed. I think Steph said he committed.
Because they because they got beat on FIBA.
I mean, but nobody good was playing. They're good.
They
yes.
had like
but how many All Stars did they have?
Well, All Stars is a strong word.
No, like how many All Stars did they have from the last All Star season?
None.
That's what I mean. that's all I mean.
Like not even like because what's like Book? He's like he's not an A. He's
not
big.
a-
He's
he's
really
big
good,
name,
but he's
yeah.
like B
He's still
compared to a Braun.
he's a
Yeah,
B. He's still a B.
They didn't even put Book. They put like C. Level.
That's what I mean.
Like-
so it's like if we put our AA out
unproven talent.
Unproven
I think
talent.
even if you put like B's out there, like
They
strong
should
Bs,
win.
They would win.
but like you're saying, basketball is big outside of the world.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, look at all our people we have in the NBA that are from everywhere. Basketball is not like small everywhere else.
It is like I never would have thought like Eastern Europe would have been a big.
They love
like,
the game.
They're
so it's-
they're
they're
good.
good.
They're really good.
It's proven they're good.
You know, Filipinos weren't so short.
You see Manny Pacquiao played in the celebrity game and put up like 60 points.
Did they let him because he's like a politician now? They scared he's gonna like get him
I
arrested.
didn't even
or
look at
something.
the footage because the headline just read wonky. I was like, Manny Pacquiao puts up 50 in a celebrity basketball game.
Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking 5'2" people playing basketball.
I
Do you
don't
really
know
want to
where
watch that?
I don't know where they're playing, but I was like, what celebrity basketball game is this for?
Filipino celebrities. That's got to be it. Because like, who cares? Who cares about Manny Pacquiao playing basketball?
I don't know. I want to go to space though.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Marlene's all about space. She says when she die, like I told her, like when you die, how do you want to be like buried or whatever?
It depends if I have money or not.
Well, anything. Okay, give me a low and give me a high.
Low would just be cremated.
And do you want to like be like put in,
Oh,
in like
put anywhere?
like a because you can get a grave
get-
for,
yeah.
or you can get put in the walls too.
Nah,
the
just
walls kind of
keep
cheap.
me
Just get a,
spread me out between the family if I have some. If someone wants.
oh,
some,
put you all in different urns.
yeah. If they want a little something, a little trinket. Oh, grandpa's on the shelf.
Okay.
And then baller. Check this out. Baller level, I would bury myself in my backyard.
Doesn't sound baller.
But it is, my friend.
Well,
Your house becomes a tax exempt place.
oh, that's why.
So your lineage could always have a spot for Porta Vida just because grandpa's buried
Well,
in the
but
back.
if you can get that thing, but if you were rich, then you could probably just pull some strings. When you die, how do you want to get
Fucking
Like-
shoot me into space, man.
Okay, well, give me the low end, give me the top, because the high end. Okay, you want to get shot in space, like literally, you want to get like your ashes shot on a rocket, or what do you want?
You remember when we were at the the Peters?
San Pietro Basilica.
Yeah, I want to be like one of those popes.
That's the high, or is that the low?
That's the high.
the ones that kept on saying couldn't be real.
Like the ones that
Oh,
are
but it said
the,
just their face wasn't.
I
their hand,
know.
their
I
hand.
know. But the ones that said couldn't be
Yeah,
real.
yeah,
oh, those
they're real.
skeleton purple hands and shit.
Yeah, I want to get poped. So give me that like whatever they like wax the face and everything like that, and then just like in the little
Bro, who gets paid to do that? You got to touch that up every once in a while. Probably get
just like put me in a little pod with a little window and shoot me out into space,
Oh, and just
and then just be playing like a soundtrack. Like
Wait, the high is you want to be poped up and then shot into space.
yeah,
but in like
Okay.
a windowed
in
casket.
a windowed casket.
You know,
So
that's
he can
funny
see.
because that's exactly what Marlene says she wants to do with her shit. Because she loves space, but she's like wants to be like turned into like space debris. Like, yeah, just float, not going anywhere, just floating out there.
yeah,
And like, so people find you and you're like, they're like aliens. Are
bumping
like,
into.
the fuck is
yeah,
that?
just this dead thing.
I have no high end. I just want to be like, I just want to be turned into a tree. That's
Oh,
about it.
that would
That's
be
actually
dope.
really
like turn
expensive.
into. How?
It's expensive.
yeah,
Not the way I'm thinking of it.
Well, you're thinking about it like just doing it like rough and tumble out in the
Oh no, I was thinking the proper one where it's like
They put
you're
you in a
integrated
bag.
with the root system, and then they like grow.
They put you in a bag.
I
and
could
then-
do that
cheap.
to you. I could do that for you.
That's you're gonna chop me up though. I'm not gonna chop you up.
You're gonna become a tree.
That's got to be cheaper than like the whole embalming casket funeral though, right? Because that's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah.
buying a
Can't
thing
just
that's like 40 G's right there.
Tree pods are only it's way cheaper.
you can't
than
just
that.
put your ashes in a pot and mix it with soil.
You could do that.
I can do that.
That's
too.
what I mean.
Okay, so mine's the low. That's the low. How much is it?
It's really low.
It's gotta be.
For the proper tree one?
Yeah, it says tree pods are only like $1,000.
How could it be any more, dude? You're just mixing your dirt.
No, but I think that these ones they just wrap your little body like
Oh shit.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh shoot.
It goes out my ass.
No, I
See,
see
dude,
that.
that could be just getting watered. You're out there in the front lawn,
That's tight.
little tree.
Oh wait, does that count as like you could put that in your backyard?
I'm gonna
and
try
that'll
to figure
count?
out that right
That'd
now
be
how
cool.
much that costs.
See no, but there was the family that they did turn their grandma into a coffee table.
Oh, that was fake. That was fake.
Was
I
it
think I
fake?
saw that because she's like this.
But yeah,
She's like,
she could be
let me
underneath.
out. That was
Yo,
fake.
wait.
That was fake.
They like
That's like some DR shit, but that was like a white lady. That was fake for sure.
I don't know if it was fake, man. It was so dumb I believed it.
yeah.
I want to be an apple tree.
Apple tray.
Apple tray. It's an apple tray.
I want to be like lemons or limes.
What would happen if somebody just maliciously chopped you down later?
Ooh,
like in
that's
100
fucked.
years?
The bad
Your
karma.
spirit.
Ooh, what if you get reincarnated into like a mango?
And then you get
Because your
eaten?
body's like, yeah, then people eat me, and then I live on through people because I'm in their DNA and shit.
Damn, that's
AI,
some-
you're everywhere.
In California, it's a real estate issue about being buried on your land.
Yeah, you got to turn it into a thing, but you can, and once you do, then it's a tax-free spot because it's considered.
Graveyard.
Yeah,
It says anyone who deposits or disposes of any human remains in any place except a cemetery in California is guilty of a misdemeanor.
dang.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can't just go do what you want to do.
You
with
know, in
your land.
Disneyland, there's like so many people every year that they drop ashes into like the magic
Yeah.
into the was it magic? Not Magic Mountain, the
The-
log ride,
Oh, really?
or It's a Small World, like into the water. There's so many people every year.
I could imagine.
Wow.
So there's probably just little bits of people floating like everywhere. You should try and drink some of that. Get superpowers.
Yeah, it says several states require minimum depth. You gotta get it down enough.
Johnny Depp.
But once you bury your backyard's now a cemetery.
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah, and your
what a
house
bar.
and your house becomes a funeral home.
What I'm saying is there's tax breaks.
Yeah.
If you can get that cleared, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm guessing, like some states, it's not even a question.
They don't give a shit. Montana,
Yeah.
they don't care. They hope you bury them in your backyard.
You just have to notify your local cemetery trustees or commissioners on the location of the grave for public record.
That's true.
That's-
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Don't want to be digging up a vegetable garden and then.
Yeah.
I believe I knew you were going with that segue though. You're talking about you wanted to talk about the space hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, can we please talk about the space hotel?
Did you see the meme where it's just like their space hotel opens in like 2030 or something, and then people are like, "We just want healthcare."
It's not even 2030. It's 2027. That's 4 years away. How?
How we gonna?
How?
Yeah.
Somebody explain to me how you're going to build this thing. Who's building it?
Well, they're generally they just have to fly up because it's like the prefabs. So then they just got to connect them, right?
You.
I saw
would you
Interstellar.
trust a
I know how it
rocket to
goes.
get up there.
Dude, Elon launches a billion of them.
But you trust me? I don't trust build. Is that how they built the space station?
Yeah, they can't just build it from scratch. They have to have prefab pods that, like, then they connect them and
Connect
stuff.
them.
Connect 4 pods.
Yeah, he's right. They build all that shit off base, or obviously in warehouses, basically.
It's just basically like a condo, Chinese condo.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's the first space hotel. It's supposed to open in
Is it in
2027.
space or is it just in the upper atmosphere?
Well, it has to be there.
It's
Then
gotta be outside because it's not gonna fall. I mean, that's a shitty. All right, now we're descending.
that'd be the murder hotel.
I heard they're trying to make a hotel on the moon too.
Yeah.
Well, they gotta like get there.
We gotta get back first. But
India.
Can you read us some stats from this space hotel? How much does it cost? How much does it cost to stay?
They're gonna have water.
I mean, I hope wouldn't they
One
need
would hope.
that? Yeah, I'm trying to find the one I was reading earlier. What was crazy was it's 280 guests, so we'll accommodate 280 guests, which I think is kind of a lot. I think that's kind of
That's
a lot in space.
Like how many staff then? Because there's always at least like 1 to 2 person.
dude. 100.
Do you get up in? Do you go to the hotel in the hotel, or you go in a rocket to the hotel?
You
gotta go into the
I
rocket.
think you go in a
They
rocket.
just send you up in the pods, and you have to like build the hotel as it's doing.
Like,
That's too much for me to.
all right, so like that's kind of the vibe, and I think all those little things are like docked rockets. Like
That's just stupid.
Dockets.
That's rich stupidity.
Well, that looks like exactly like Interstellar,
it does.
You already know what happens.
fourth dimension,
But I mean,
Tesseract.
what's crazy too is
All the
be
lines
cool.
of the dust.
it's gonna be artificial gravity because you gotta
your
yeah,
thing.
and like that's like the interior is supposed to look like of your room. It's a nice room, whatever. We look down in
okay.
space,
This looks like the Marriott.
but my thing is like
It's like Wayfair
208
shit in here.
It's a Wayfair shit.
like if you were gonna go right, and you knew that was like you and your
Build that.
homies,
You could build that.
you could build that.
I could build that. I don't know if it'd stay in space.
Well, you just bolt it down.
To what?
The space station. Space furniture.
That would be cool. Try to make a space suit of sort and test it.
I would not want to make a spacesuit. I'd make space furniture.
What's the difference?
Probably really easy.
More curves. It's just curved.
I mean, you could put it like you could use that TV tray in space. You just got to bolt it down.
All right. So for
Bolt it all down.
How much?
3.5 days,
Okay.
you got any estimates?
Is that including everything? Like how long does it take to get there?
I think it's everything.
Okay, so round trip 3.5 days, easily
How-
6 million.
How much was the rocket? That was like $250,000, right? To just go up and down.
That's what I'm.
Yeah,
So this will be 2.5.
I said 6.
5 million.
I went over, but you were.
That's insane. My thing is though, like 280 guests, like, and I'm in this thing that like if anybody tries to like fuck around, we're all gonna find out together. Like, no thanks, man.
Evacuate this motherfucker into space.
Like, come on. Someone's all out there spacewalking.
Actually, that'd be kind of tight. It's like,
But what if you're not supposed to be out there? And they're like, Joe's out there.
we're-
That's when it all starts going bad. How did he even get out there?
Biden.
Biden is just his dog
Biden
commander. And
in
his
space.
commander's biting him.
Yeah, there's this comedian that was like, he was like, the funniest thing about Biden is after he's done with the speech, he becomes a Roomba, and it's just
just like
Did you guys hear they put commander down?
yeah.
No, they didn't put him
they
down.
moved
They
him out of the
just-
house.
You was quick to say
moved him out of
They
the
moved
house.
him out of the house.
They took commander out back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They
Out to
took
the
him-
manger.
They took him to Old Yeller Springs, the home for presidential dogs.
They took him out
I'm
back.
rooting for him because he's doing things that I could never do. I couldn't.
He's taking a bite out of crime.
Secret Service.
He's taking a bite.
I mean, homie is pretty sure he is the Secret Service. He's like,
He's
no one
doing-
come, no one.
Who
No
was he
one.
biting though?
Secret Service.
But like, which people? Give me ethnicities.
Ethnicities. White people.
Why would I know?
Maybe some black dudes.
The majority
racist.
of
Dog's
them are
racist.
probably white.
It's a German Shepherd.
Aren't Germans
Furman.
white?
German.
Furman, German. I love that Chappelle.
So wait, if you got a free ticket, would you go?
Nah.
If it was 10 years
Nah.
after, you never
Oh,
would go.
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years after it opened.
Probably, but you
Gonna
gonna
fall
go
apart
on,
by then.
you gonna
10-year-old
go on,
space station. I'll wait for the new one.
You gonna,
But then when
if
you trust
had a
the new
free
one?
ticket,
They
if
learn.
you had a free ticket in 5 years to go on Implosion Sub, would you go?
I'd rather go to Burning Man than Implosion
But I already
Sub.
know the implosion sub imploded.
Once, but we built it back.
To
No,
implode
but like,
again.
but it's named the implosion sub.
Take a ride on Implosion Sub. It's only $250 now.
Buy it on Groupon.
Yeah. I got the 2-for-1 deal.
We're here for the implosion sub.
It comes with the plot.
The ocean.
Burial plot.
Burial plot. They just put you in a bag already when
It's a
you're.
Groupon.
Ooh, that would be a way to go. Just like go to the bottom of the ocean, get imploded. That'd be cool.
That kind. I mean, if that's better than because they do that to people that are terminal. Like Portland, I think they have the
They put them in the
They do
ocean.
euthanasia.
euthanasia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that'd be cool if like they just drop you over the Titanic, so maybe your like remains like kind of float there among the controllers, the Logitech controllers.
You could at least play Mario Kart in the afterlife.
There is no afterlife, Trey. Your
Wait,
bone suit is all
I
you
didn't
got.
read that Neuralink causes
Oh, dude, yeah.
what does that say? Autism?
Aneurysm.
Aneurysm. I don't know how to spell it,
Autism
but I
in
tried.
That's correct.
Oh, I heard something about that. Like, okay, well,
So that's what happened to the monkey.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
wait 1 second.
Okay.
well, I heard that they were interviewing Elon on that, and he was like, "Oh, those monkeys were all like had like a terminal illness or something."
Of course, they had pre-existing conditions.
Yeah, so they weren't insured.
From what I heard, it's pretty fucked up. It was like, so they knew that the monkey, the one that like had like the full blown like aneurysm, they knew before it was happening that it was happening, and they just kept on going with it.
Because they had to see what happened.
Well, they didn't have. I mean, they didn't have to.
They needed evidence.
Well, the data was showing something, but they had to.
They
back
needed
it up.
empirical evidence.
No, I mean the monkey was. I think they already knew what happened.
Oh, like it happened before.
it probably happened
Yeah.
before.
So basically,
it's like how many monkeys?
the when they put the chip in, the implant in, there's like a glue. Let's just say, for lack of a better term,
Gorilla glue.
like a there's like it's an adhesive of some sort that keeps it however they do it. It's fucking Scotch tape,
Bubble gum.
bubble gum.
It is Elon.
It's bubble tape.
6 feet of bubble gum.
6
But
feet of brain tape.
it leaked into the cerebral spinal fluid of the monkey.
Whatever they used to attach
Whatever they
it.
used to attach it. And so I guess they knew that, and then they were like, well, let's just see what happens. And like it started like vomiting and seizing, and then it lost half of its body. It couldn't keep in control of it.
Just went.
And like they did, and it took a day for it to finally die. But supposedly when it died, its brain shot out it swole up so big that it came out the back of its like.
Oh my god!
Supposedly, it broke through its.
It broke through the
Squirted
fourth
out?
dimension.
It's. I mean, that's what
It's a reality.
That's what I read. That's what I
Wait,
read.
so can you look up
Jesus
the
Christ.
definition? What is an aneurysm exactly?
I think it's a popped blood vessel in the brain.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
Aneurysm is an outward bulging linked to a bubble or balloon caused by abnormal weak spots in a blood vessel in the brain.
Yeah, basically like popped.
So yeah, the bulging. So basically, it said that the bulging went through the cranium.
So basically, it infected.
It swelled up so bad, it just got filled with
Yeah.
fluid.
So the bubble tape caused like a adverse reaction to the brain,
Yeah.
and then the brain was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Yeah.
Literally.
Brain tape. That should be our business. Coming up with brain tape.
What do you use?
I don't know. You could use a lot of things.
But
Probably.
like
You should just staple it on there.
Neuralink started
better.
Neuralink started asking for people to do the
Human
yeah,
testing.
human testing like 3 weeks ago. So let's say you sign your name up, and then this story comes out, and you're
Just
like,
back out. But they're offering them money too. There's no reason that they wouldn't. Of course.
Well, yeah, but then you're probably gonna die or be disabled.
I mean, those are the risks you take when you sign up for freaking science things like that, Josh. Or else everyone would be doing it. Hey, take this untested substance. You might not make it.
None of the animals we tested on like survived, but humans are very resilient.
We're going to give you $1,000 if you do pull through.
How much money do you think they give?
2,500, 5,000 max.
you just get a Tesla.
You got a Tesla until your brain explodes.
Until your brain explodes.
Ooh, but if you could drive it with your brain, that'd be cool.
That is the like thing. He's like, ooh, you get a Tesla if you make it out.
But you're like fucking physically disabled and you can't drive it.
I'm making it out at all.
Can they give you like a hand controller so you can like drive?
No, you need the fully autonomous
with your brain.
Do you think it's wrong to test on animals like that?
Like that?
Like that. Supposedly,
No,
supposedly he
you gotta
lied.
know exactly what happens.
Well, supposedly he lied about. I mean, these are former employees, so you never know if they're like telling the truth or they're disgruntled. But they said that he lied about the monkeys having terminal diseases.
Yeah, what kind of diseases? Terminal, like yeah, they can have cancer, but
terminal monkey disease.
We recruited only cancer monkeys to fucking.
That would be better, right?
Would it?
Wouldn't be accurate.
Oh, so like yeah, rather than like maybe getting
good
put down peacefully, like after a while if the cancer gets too, they have their brains explode and it comes out their fucking.
We didn't know that
fucking
was
matrix outlet.
We didn't know that was the outcome until now.
Oh, they knew that.
I don't think they knew it was going to shoot out the back
They're
of
like,
their head.
there's a 95% chance this brain glue is going to fuck up their brain.
It says Elmer's brain glue.
And it's just brain is like in
Written
Sharpie. Apparently, guys, this is not going to work.
So it turns out this doesn't work.
I don't know. Testing on animals isn't like it, on surface level. It doesn't sound cool, but we can't just test on people.
Why not?
Can't we though? You were all down for hunting people earlier.
I said they did bad things.
Wait,
so the bad people are
so tested on bad people.
No. I'm down. Like if you have life in jail and you want to get 10 years taken off your sentence by being a part of this test.
How can you get 10 years taken off for life?
Because they're not going to make it through the test.
If it's
so wait, I'm in here for life.
I'm in here for I'm in here for 350 years. Yeah, 340 sounds better.
They're not making it through the test, so they're like, "Oh, I got life." They'll take 10 years off. I make it out when I'm like 90, 85.
You're definitely making a clip of this. This is gonna be a long form clip, almost. I think.
Jesus Christ!
You don't think so? No, I think that's a good way. That's a good way to test.
This statement: the monkeys enjoy doing the demos, and they get a banana smoothies, so it's kind of a fun game.
That's a Trey. Is that a Trey? Did Trey comment that?
That's a trade off.
I was
the brains. The brains might come out the back, but
trade off.
A trade off. Oh, like how can we spin this, guys?
They are getting banana
smoothies. It's Banana Smoothie Tuesday.
Yeah, that's
oh no, your brain's leaking. No smoothie for you today.
Looks like we're saving
put your brain
on
back in
smoothie.
your head if you want this smoothie. He's not getting up.
Brain just goes like, or monkey just plugs it.
Yeah, 15,000 animals have been killed.
For Neuralink?
Oh, sorry, 1,500. 1,500 animals killed.
1,500 for that can't. There can't be that many terminal monkeys out there.
But I don't know.
He's gonna like have to fly him in from all over. Oh, you got a sick monkey? We have a treatment routine for these terminal
Send
monkeys.
us your sick monkeys.
He's all in the back of like zoos looking for monkeys. Peddling.
Just
you know the
you got my delivery, Greg.
the plaque on the Statue of Liberty. Send us your tired, you're sick, you're hungry monkeys. That's what it said. That's like that's a Neuralink. That's what it says. That's their mission statement. It's like,
that's the ad they put in the penny saver. Send us your unwanted monkeys.
oh, it's like the you can donate your car like for. You got a monkey that doesn't work anymore? Get it as a tax
We'll give you
write-off.
$500.
we'll take that monkey for you.
Take that monkey off your hands. Has it been throwing too much of its own feces?
That's hilarious.
Got extra monkeys on the hand.
Do you or anyone you know have a monkey problem?
He gets like in trouble for smuggling monkeys.
Monkey smuggler. That sounds racist somehow.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's call them
Where we
apes.
at?
Wait, apes are different than monkeys.
They are. Yeah, I think he uses the cute ones. The
that's even
primates
worse.
Are primates different than monkeys?
Primape? That's a
I think
Pokemon.
we're all primates, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, they just have names. They're just animal number. So animal 10, animal 15, animal 20.
Do you have a picture of the monkey? Of the monkeys that they're testing him on?
Yeah.
Oh, those are so cute. Those are smart too.
Yeah, they're like Manchurians or Manchukins.
Oh, they're Manchurian candidates.
Huh? Well, this is one of the ones that's before his... You can't even see the back of his head. How do you know?
It's all propped up.
He could be stuffed right now.
Just lift it up. Go to the side. Are you a candidate for Neuralink? Do you have trouble going through curtains?
Man, that could be bad news, though, if you gave all the bad people in the world Neuralink. What happens when one works and they become the most powerful bad person
What if
in
it
the
gives
world?
you psychic powers?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Possibly.
And then you give it all to Magneto's?
Wait.
If that's the trade-off, I'm down.
What if this is also how Planet of the Apes happens?
Oh, because they see all the Neuralink testing?
And they're like, you're killing it. And then they're like, well, we're just not going to use duct tape anymore in our brains.
Because the monkeys get so smart that they come back from in the future, monkeys. Then they go back and they're like, oh, we're going to save mankind. And they're like, oh, we see how you treated monkeys. Curtains. Curtains for Zusha.
Damn, this
this
one monkey picked at the implant spot until it opened it up and bled, and then it lost all coordination and had brain bleeding.
It's weird because it's like they just let him die. Like
That's what I was saying. It's
like
weird.
it's like they don't put him out of his misery. I know you need
can't
him
put it out of his misery. You got to know what happens.
for research. Like yeah,
Yo,
purposes.
this one like
yeah, their brain bleeds and they're in a coma. What's the next likely?
They could turn it around.
That monkey could pull through.
Yo, this is pretty fun. It's not funny, but this monkey, it yanked at the implant, dislodging it, and then it was like the follow-up surgery discovered that the wound was infected. Well, what the fuck do you think? Like,
he might have been a monkey, but he had the heart of an ape.
These implants at? Is this in America?
I don't know.
Neuralink back alley.
Because what do you think could be the best outcome? All things considered,
It works.
It does grand. What the best case scenario for Neuralink?
People who like once couldn't use their like limbs can now like use their limbs
Or hear or see or
Yeah.
something like that. Like restore senses.
Mm-hmm.
Should they have their senses back? Jokes.
I think that was.
That's a
I
question.
think that's
It kinda
God's
is.
That's a
punishment.
question. Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Wait, do people who are against abortions, would they be against then Neuralink? Because technically you're like playing God.
Playing with
dog.
fire. I don't know. Because one hand, yes, it's dope for sure. Like you said, regaining stuff. But then it's like you obviously know people abuse stuff. So if I'm able-bodied, how does Neuralink help me out? It makes me superhuman, right?
I mean, well, it could. I guess it could. I think probably the more likely thing before superhuman would just be all-knowing. You'd be plugged in.
Yeah, what if you could talk to like computers and stuff?
But what if it also could shut off pain receptors and shit? So
Yeah.
seemingly make you more powerful.
But that's also kind of what CRISPR can
Like
do,
kick-ass.
which is like the thing, taking the certain genes and
Gene
like
splicing.
Yeah,
But that's gene splicing and taking stuff. This is like
but like the gene splicing thing, you can take out the pain receptor, the genes that cause pain.
true.
You can
But that's in something new. You would have to create it. You couldn't do it for
Yeah.
me, right?
no, yeah, it could do with you.
With Neuralink, I could now
Couldn't do it with Trey.
be a superhuman. Like pain is unexisting.
Or you could have a cerebral edema.
That's what's going to happen. They're going to make Neuralink a cool thing, and then they're going to start marketing it for like depression, anxiety, and then everyone's going to get fucked up.
You know that they used to market.
Lobotomies for depression?
You saw that Joe Rogan post too.
No, I'm weird like that, so I definitely know what they used to use lobotomies for.
Yeah, and
For
but I mean,
everything.
but literally that was
Got a runny nose? Lobotomy.
yeah. I mean, that was also like when they would be like, "You got a cough ache or you got cough? Take some heroin."
That's a little understandable.
A
It will
little.
definitely help with the cough because even if you're coughing, you won't even notice.
You
No,
won't
yeah, they used
remember
to
much.
like do some funky stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if Neuralink's the way. On surface, it's dope, but I just see it being abused.
I mean, like
people with power.
everything.
Are you sad? Get a Neuralink. Do you hate your parents? Get a Neuralink.
Yeah, because I can just change it. I only want 10% depression today.
Because I want to make sure I still feel a little bit real, but not that much.
You know.
I don't want that much though.
Give me 25% empathy today.
Well, because like, aren't you gonna eventually like be able to
Still keep your empathy low.
It never goes above 25%.
Trey, you say that every day. Just 25%.
Just leave. You don't have to say anything.
gotta do
He's like,
anything.
no, I just want to make sure I'm not
Make
empathetic.
sure I'm not any higher.
What if somebody tried to hack me? I just gotta make sure that.
But you think that could happen? Neuralink hack?
Probably.
Yeah, for sure. If it's got to be connected anyway, right?
Yeah.
In some way. And it's probably like a cloud thing.
Damn, your arm just starts fucking.
But what's
moving
the
by
level of
itself.
Start
hackability?
fapping on your own.
But what's the level of hackability? Like, could you legit like turn the person into a zombie and then just control the body?
Could be.
I suppose it's connected to your nervous system.
So in that sense, maybe I'm not my body, Sean.
Maybe you're Neuralink.
Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not.
Maybe I'm not my body.
Do you? Well, there's that whole idea that you can upload your brain to.
That's the thing. That's been a thing for a little bit.
Yeah, upload your brain to a computer,
To a
but
hard drive.
I don't believe that's consciousness. They
What
try
is
to
it
sell
saying,
it that
Isidro?
they're trying to say that you're uploading your consciousness, but I just think it's data. I just think
It
you're
would have
uploading.
to be just data.
Yeah.
I
I don't see how you could upload
into
consciousness.
a computer.
Yeah,
Oh, San Junipero. that was the Black Mirror episode.
Was it
what?
Where you
Uploading
upload your
consciousness?
consciousness to like
a hard drive
The
and
cloud.
then you put that into like
it's like a simulation.
a semi-robotic thingy?
That would suck because of the.
Oh.
It was-
I thought it was just like you're in a system or in a program and you exist in that program, not like you upload your consciousness to like a cyborg body.
That's what they're saying.
Android.
That you could do. You could download to a chip, and then that could be implanted into like
another thing.
into like a cyborg.
That's like you've seen Blade Runner, right? I haven't seen the second
Yeah.
one.
I haven't seen this.
It's
Did
just
you
be
guys
like
see
that.
Dune? That was a movie I
Yeah.
watched this weekend.
Dude,
That was
ooh,
shitty.
You didn't,
You didn't like it?
What was the purpose of the movie?
Well, it is like a multiple. It's got like a next one.
There's like it's a
It would
three
have to,
trilogy.
but I was like, it took 2 hours to get to. You see someone riding a worm? This is trash. Like, what?
Y'all want to see me ride the worm? I'll do it in 5 minutes.
Like, I didn't get I get the movie, but it was like they dragged out for no reason. They could have had way more movie in there.
It was like fucking 3 hours, wasn't it?
Because they did a bad job. Like the whole thing. Like I
I thought it was good. I
It was
wasn't bored the
pretty
whole
good.
time.
It's pretty good.
I didn't know if he was trying to fuck his mom or not, or freaking.
Wait, when was he ever trying to fuck his mom?
I think this is more about your.
Are you? Is this
we
projecting?
should
Is this your
psychoanalyze,
psych-
dude. Do you have
Wait,
dreams about
wait.
fucking your mom?
Let's unpack
When
that.
they got to
Yeah.
the place and they had to put on the spacesuits, they looked at each other funny and then turned around and then he did like a weird little face thingy.
I think
and
because
that man, I want to
feel
fuck my mom.
I think because he had to
That
get
was-
naked.
Why would you do that? It's your mom.
you can get naked in front of your mom?
Why- We're fucking basically stranded on a new planet. Yeah,
Maybe-
I'm like, that's the last thing that's gonna be on my mind.
Maybe
Yeah, but you
in-
can't just turn around and do it. You want to be like, oh, let's just show my dick right here to my mother.
Check out my dick.
Hey, mom, you ain't seen this before, have you?
I was
It's
just like,
been a
that's
while.
like
Been
a
a
weird
long
thing
time.
to be like still attached to. You're basically on the precipice of death, and you're like, let me turn around while I put
No.
on clothes.
Maybe he was embarrassed.
You're
Maybe he's a girl,
you're
not a
you're
shower.
right, You're right. You're right.
What if he was
amazing.
hard? That'd be weird. Like, oh, this.
Were you
awesome.
imagining he was hard? is that why it's weird?
She's seen your Wii before.
Yeah, like when you're a kid.
It,
Has your mom's?
I was gonna say it's changed.
Yeah, I believe it has.
that's why. That's why I did it.
Pause.
Or maybe he was not trying to
No,
see his
but-
mom.
But what was the story of Dune? Like, I get it. He's possibly the one. He's possibly Keanu Reeves. Dad gets killed. Then they're on a deserted island, and then all these possible savages are looking at him as the possible Messiah. That's the whole movie.
Kind of. It's like a.
And he hasn't
hero-
realized his
hero
potential
story.
yet, right? That's the whole movie.
I mean, it's basically Star Wars. But
Yeah,
Star Wars.
it was Star Wars before Star
It
Wars.
was Star Wars before Star Wars.
Star Wars ripped it off.
Pitiful. I was watching it thinking it was going to be a good movie. Disappointed by Dune. Don't watch it, people.
I don't know. I was impressed by it.
What part did you like?
I mean,
I like the planes flew like bugs.
Yeah, they did fly like grasshoppers. Would you just like the story though?
Yeah,
I didn't think it was well played or anything like that. Like it kind of just left a lot up to
I
interpretation.
mean, the voice was like the Force, and he had to like learn how to use the voice correctly, and there was like that whole kind of thing of seeing him like grow with it. But then, like, yeah, he was like this chosen one, and then there was like the attack on the family. I thought that whole scene was
was dope.
amazing.
What attack on the family?
At night when there was like the secret attack on.
Oh, when his dad died.
Oh, how
Yeah,
the doctor
and he chewed
like
the little thing.
betrayed. Oh, that was cool too. Yeah.
I watched it. It was terrible. It was awful, dude. I could have wrote something better in my sleep.
Goodness me.
He was like, "Ugh, I will chew this fake tooth and kill you." And then the guy was like, and somehow he survived in the room and then had to go into the goop to rebuild strength.
It's like a
And
Bacta
then-
tank.
And then
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar was like, "Are you okay, sir?" And then
Was that Brock
not
Lesnar?
Brock
it
Lesnar.
wasn't. It was another wrestler though.
It was David Batista.
David Batista.
Isn't that his name?
Well,
Yeah,
Dave.
he used to be a wrestler.
I just never hear his full name, so it sounds.
Yeah, people say
Sounds
Batista or whatever.
No, just Dave, not David
Oh, Dave Batista. Is it Batista?
Batista.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes people should get their whole name.
Davidoff Batista.
Yeah.
And I was let down though. That's all I was saying.
What's the last good movie you saw
Killer Clowns from Outer Space 3.
besides the
What movie did you say?
Beckham?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space 3.
They made third one.
I think that's the only
Hey,
one I
Sean.
ever saw.
Look up what space movie came out in 1992. You just can't say it out loud.
Aliens.
No, you would think. I'm not advising anyone to look this up either. But this just shows you what the internet does.
What a dead air right now.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Well, I knew something was up when it popped up, like that was a regular searchable thing. I was
Right?
like, I'm just going to go with this. Let's see what happens. What the
That's what I said.
fuck? It got 3 stars.
I know, it's supposed to be really funny. It just
What? It's a short.
Yeah, it's just funny. Yeah, I saw a thing. This lady was like, "Don't do this if you're not black." But if you're black, he's like, "But if you're black, type it in." He's like, "You're gonna have a different answer than the internet."
Well, now you want to see like, is that like a German thing or is that like?
It's Denmark. Yeah, it came out.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, how they put the
Yo,
words together.
this
It sounds like
plot-
a European thing.
This
I
plot
read the
sounds
plot too, and
hilarious.
it's even worse. It gets worse. Like they're really on it.
They went full.
They went all. They went. They went. They went. Everyone gets hit. Everyone gets hit.
Yo, read some of the cast names.
Everyone.
How are you
gets
going to put this on the thing? Like,
I'm not
you can't
putting this on the
Like,
thing.
are we going to cut this out or what?
Oh,
You can
talk
say
about
it.
Yeah, we're not.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
You're crazy.
You want to do your sensual voice, but the plot?
The film follows a group of intergalactic homosexual black men from the planet Anus who discover the presence of female creatures on planet Earth. Using ray guns, they proceed to eliminate females one by one from Earth, eliciting gratitude from the previously oppressed male population. Oh, that should resonate with you, 'cause the oppressed males.
Amandemism.
Before leaving the planet, they leave behind a gay ambassador to educate the Earthlings about the new way of life.
I just thought it was funny
It's not too bad.
because it seems like it's a pretty regular question to type into Google.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm amazed that's the one that no other space movie came out.
That's where I was. I was
No
like-
other space movie came out in
I was
92?
like no other space movie came out. I was legit like thinking of the Will Smith one. I was like Independence Day.
You know what that Dumb Money was about, right?
Mm-mm.
You heard about it?
Oh yeah, I want to watch it because
I heard it was really
He
good.
makes a lot of money, then loses it all.
Well, it was about the GameStop thing.
Mm-hmm.
oh, that was
The Reddit group, Wall Street Bets,
Oh no,
and it's
I
about
have
GameStop.
seen-
It just came out.
But it bombed. It made like 8 million.
Is that the one with Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It bombed.
like, I saw this thing online about like why it bombed, and it was like this account Schwinnebago. he was like, the fucking posters don't say anything about it. Like all of the movie posters they have, like billboard says the 1% thinks you're dumb or something.
Yeah,
like
How
that.
was
It's
he
like
making
sense.
money on it? Was it just stocks, and then what happened?
it was Wall Street. It was like they just got a bunch of people on Reddit to buy this stock. It was like
Yeah,
it was a failing stock. Well, you know what happened then, and then they just artificially inflated it.
Mhm.
But by artificially inflating it, they made the like traders like of these hedge funds and stuff lose money. So in them gaining wealth,
because they were
made,
trying to short it, and every time they tried to
So
short
Seth
it, they couldn't.
Rogen was a what? Who's he playing? What,
I don't know. He looked like he was in fatigues. He was an army dude. I don't know.
I didn't know it was about GameStop, but I thought I knew it was. But I know the GameStop.
But yeah, that's what it was about,
Gamble.
and it bombed because like the ad campaign was
There's
like
no tie-in.
it was
with
terrible.
Game.
It was like it just says the 1% thinks you're dumb, and that's
Yeah.
all with like a picture of a cat on a guy's head. Like that makes no sense. Like people aren't intrigued.
Sheesh.
Is
It's
that
bad marketing.
generally then like the studio aimed for it to fail?
No, I think they hired a company like to make the advertising assets, and the company probably didn't know how do you translate like Reddit and like because it was all an online thing and it wasn't necessarily like image based. It wasn't visual. How do you translate that to like a
I would have asked the guys from Wall. Oh, went on Reddit.
yeah, like
how did she?
well, they probably weren't like part of the Reddit community. They're just like, oh, how do we? Let's just say like the 1% lost money, so they think 1% thinks you're dumb. That sounds great. Like, let's sign off on that
Yeah,
and put a cat on there.
because everyone loves
That's
cats.
dumb money.
Yeah, dumb money. But I heard it was really good. But it's a shame it didn't.
What's going on with Bedbugs in Paris?
Oh, at Paris Fashion Week, just recently happened. There's bedbugs,
Outbreak.
like bedbugs outbreaks in like the Airbnbs, hotels, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're saying like these people, and these are like these are like
Yeah,
bougie people. They're bringing them. They're coming back
They're
to their
bringing 'em
respective
home.
countries, and they might bring them home because like once you get bedbugs, you like either you dispose of the bedding,
Yeah.
like you burn it,
Burn
whatever,
that
throw it
shit.
away. But like these people aren't going to burn their clothing. These are people with nice labels and whatnot.
Are they contagious
so
bedbugs, or they're just
Well, like they spread, and so they're saying like they back to New York, and New York Fashion Week is like is that right now? I don't know, but like
Oh
they're
yeah,
saying
New York just happened like 2 weeks ago, right?
yeah. So this was like Paris was like a couple weeks ago, and then so New York they're saying like all these influencers are bringing back bed bugs to whatever like London, New York, wherever.
Mm-hmm.
So they're spreading some.
And it's like not just in Paris. It's not just in like houses. It's like in schools and like movie theaters and bars and stuff. And
What's
like,
it from? What's the outbreak from?
I mean, it's made it easier for them to breed because of the temperatures. As temperatures go up, more bugs
Like
in
out
general.
here with the mosquitoes?
Yeah, exactly. Mosquitoes. I mean, I don't. In general, like anything out here, like you'll get cockroaches, you get mosquitoes, you get like bugs. They thrive in the heat. Flies.
Yeah,
Dingoes.
You're gonna have fun with those dingoes, those flying dingoes in Georgia.
Bruh, their bugs are relentless.
They're big too.
I'm
They
sure
got
they're-
fireflies though.
Those
That,
two.
yeah, they are cool.
That's
Those are.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
You better buy some spray
I'm gonna have to. Some off.
and those like fucking bracelets.
Yeah.
You
Did I
need
tell you
some
something?
of
Me and my
those.
sister are gonna go to Magic City.
Oh, you're gonna go?
Yeah, I called her and asked her if she wanted to go while we're there. She's
That's
like, yeah, I'm down.
dope.
Gonna go throw some dollies at strippers. At
Get
Magic
some
City.
wings.
Do you think the way it is, it's like it's more like Sam's Hofbrau than like like get
Oh,
a
it's-
private.
I would imagine it's like a really big Sam's off.
It's not like a traditional like the normal strip clubs. I prefer that than
Yeah, I'm sure there's a shit ton of girls on stage, but you can cut off, get food, because I think, like you said, there's a restaurant.
there's like a buffet or something.
yeah,
right?
but I mean, the Atlanta's strip club scene is just way different than our scene. Like artists go out there, hip hop artists specifically go to strip clubs to break new songs. It's like an actual LA club, but they have strippers.
Gotcha.
Well, it's like a different, like the stigma around it is different
Totally
over there than over
different,
here.
yeah.
Over here, it's like looked down upon, and like over there, it's like a culture almost built up around it.
It
Right?
kind of is because, like, yeah, people go out just to hang out, go to the strip club. I feel like that's how New York is too for the hip hop culture.
Strip clubs in New York.
Yeah, But they're more like, I would imagine they're like, not like strip clubs, more like spots. You get what I'm saying? Like
In the cut.
Not cutty, but like
No, in the cut, but not cutty.
Yeah, in the cut, but not cutty. Yep.
Not grimy.
Yeah,
but in the cut.
In the cut, but exactly like
if you know someone who knows someone,
you do the secret knock on the door, and you're in a whole new world, type thing. I'd be down.
Jesus.
Get some lemon pepper ones because
for Lou,
it's enough to make lemon pepper Lou get like suspended in the bubble or whatever.
No, I'll get an apple fritter for Sean. I'll get some lemon pepper Lou wings for you.
I'm reading this thing about bedbugs. That's going to give us like extra stuff. But for some reason, this BBC article felt
Bedbug Central.
It felt
bedbug community.
It felt like that this was necessary for people to know that bedbugs are traumatic inseminators, and they can pierce the female at any point of their body and shoot
traumatic
and shoot the sperm in. I don't know why this is part of the story, but and then it's
female bedbugs or female humans.
Bedbugs.
I was lost.
Yeah, but then it says the last line: male bedbugs also display homosexual behaviors and even try to inseminate each other and other species.
So just like us, they're horny.
Yeah, it is horny. They're just trying to get their biscuit.
Trying to get the nut.
Biscuit
for the biscuit.
They're just trying to get the biscuit. That's all. They're just misunderstood.
I heard dolphins are horny too. Like they hump anything.
Dude, there was a guy who like a dolphin wrapped its dick around his arm, and then the guy got in trouble because
he jerked it off.
Because the image looked like he was touching an animal, and so like he got like dragged and everything like that. But then like 10 years down the line, it came out and finally found out that literally the friggin' I guess they have some.
It's like a corkscrew.
Rapidu dick, and it
Rapidu.
It's the double helix of life.
Rapadoodle doo. I heard that like pigs are like that or something too, or like ducks or something.
Ducks.
Got some weird dicks.
Let me hook you up.
Ducks?
Yeah, ducks got weird dicks.
Like.
Oh my god!
I mean, shit, graping things.
That was.
Got to bleep. Had to make me work.
Oh.
I mean, someone's got to make you work, bro.
Remember that around 2:30. All right.
That's like 5 minutes ahead.
I know it's like 5 minutes off, but I'll be in the right ballpark.
Yeah, they're always assaulting other
there you go.
animals.
I see it now.
Oh, whoa. It looks like
That's
it's pooping.
crazy. It's like you squiggly do.
That's what it is.
Wait, how does it do that?
How does it do that?
How'd that do? What'd that dog do?
Ask Jesus why he made it like that.
No, Jesus wouldn't be the maker.
Can you look up a pig one? I don't know what those look like either.
Pig dick.
Sean's search history is going to be great.
You could probably grill those.
You can grill anything if you want to. If you're willing.
For some reason, it's okay to show
What's the weirdest thing you think you're willing to eat?
If it's cooked, like, whatever.
You eat all no hold bars? Like a blue egg? You'll do one? You'll try one of those?
Yeah, I would.
Balut?
I'm not...
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of
I'm not like raring to, but I'm not raring to eat a pig dick either. So, but you know,
but you would try it just to
try a bite. I probably when it gets like I would want to try some bugs, but like where they have the fried
like
tarantula. Crickets, no problem. But like they're like the juicy
easy.
Ones. Like when you bite into that
little
spider ass,
like a roach. Yeah,
yeah, and it's like squirts.
Ooh, see the roach thing.
Like
roach. I don't know about a roach.
That's
I think
Fear Factor
I think it's bugs. Like I probably draw the line at bugs. Like the juicy bugs.
You could eat a grasshopper.
Yeah,
cricket.
We ate crickets. Yeah,
I think that'd be easy.
Slug.
If it's fried.
No, these are live.
No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to eat any of these alive.
I don't think that.
I thought I said cooked.
Oh,
I'll eat
okay.
anything.
Okay.
Like
Maggot?
I'm not gonna eat a
maggot. Wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah,
they're small.
It's too small and like
protein.
Yeah.
Well, like I mean, if you're talking about a grub though,
that's
gross.
That's why
like
I said alive because I was thinking of grub.
Oh yeah, they weird. Also, the
pigs.
they cook them.
That's why I asked. I said that. Would you grill it?
Oh, I've totally
look them on the stick. See the ones on the stick? You can see what it looks like, and then they wrap them on the stick.
Oh,
have you had pig's feet? I haven't.
No.
Pickle? Have you, Josh? Pickle pixie?
I think I've tried. I don't remember it though.
You ever had chicken feet?
No.
It looks like an umbilical cord.
Things that we're not going to put on post.
I should put it up and then
And blur it.
Blur it.
And then you'll make
With
people look for
words,
it.
search for yourself.
And just like,
Yeah.
I feel like you should screenshot this stuff and send it to him after like any of the stuff we talk about.
Yeah,
and
do
then,
it
like,
so it's easier. Yeah, I can just
like the space hotel thing.
do
all
it,
that shit.
Sean. Send me the screenshots. You should.
We're leveling up.
Okay.
Here, people. We're leveling up.
Send me,
My phone number?
no, send me videos to post.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I was going to ask you guys a couple weeks ago, but I forgot. You got any childhood traumas you still affect you as adults? Like heights, darkness?
I-
Oh, like just like fears?
Fears, childhood fears.
You had me now thinking about traumas.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I used to be.
We're going
fears.
from pig
So I
dicks to
used-
childhood
not-
trauma. and for some people, they're related.
I'm
Pig
sorry,
dicks are
fears.
childhood trauma.
Have you any fears that you still resonate with that as adults?
Not as much as I used to, but when I was a little kid, I got attacked by a dog,
Dogs were one for you?
and it bit me on my
So
side.
big dog scared you?
Big dog scared the shit out of me, and so like generally, like I'm good with dogs now, but like
The bigger the dog.
yeah, or like I know everyone's like pits are fine. It's the owner and stuff
You're
like
like,
that.
I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, yo, if it looks at me weird though, like I don't know,
It raises its eyebrow.
you're gonna
What's
give
your
me
rule of thumb? If
give
it's
me a
over 30
spear and a
pounds,
knife. I don't know, man. Spear and a knife.
What you, Josh?
Sometimes, especially like, it used to be sometimes when I was like high and I'd psych myself out or after a scary movie when I'm like alone in the house, dark, look into the mirror. I still think the Bloody Mary thing.
Oh yeah.
I still like will freak myself
Bloody
out.
Mary,
I won't say
yeah.
it, but I'll like look. I'll look into the mirror. I'm like, she might come out at any time right now.
Did people ever do that to you in elementary school?
The
Like
game?
like you be going so and
Bite their dog on you.
at Hermosa Elementary School, you'd be going to the bathroom, right? And you'd be in the bathroom and
Oh, and they shut the
and
lights
they
off?
turn the lights off and they would yell Bloody Mary 3 times and then
Oh,
close
I
the door.
think I remember that.
It definitely probably happened, but I would definitely wasn't scared. I was doing that to my little sister all the time.
In like a thing like
no.
that didn't scare me, but it's like when you're like when it's at night and it's like
Yeah.
like past like 12 or something, and then you're like the only person there.
The vitching
Then
hour.
it'll get to me.
I
still.
definitely loved scaring my little sister because my older sister loved scaring me, so I had to pass it down.
pass that trauma
Pass
on.
that trauma down.
Yeah. Do you have any?
Big groups of people, probably.
Yeah. Like so every time you're at Coachella,
I'm like over it, but it's like the more inebriated, the easier it is, obviously.
I don't care. I
Yeah,
can't
but it's
feel
like,
my
you know, it's still
face.
just weird being around lots of people. But now as an adult, I think it's still there slightly, but not as.
When's the last time
I
you've been in
might feel it
Disneyland?
more now, actually.
5 years?
That thing, if you go like, well, I went there like when it was like post pandemic when it just opened up again to like non California residents, so it was just like everybody
Was
going
it
back to
desolate
normal.
or was it packed?
No, it was packed and it kind of fucked me up. It was like it was exhausting just being there, like not
Yeah.
even like
That's
waiting
what
in
I'm
line, but I was like I didn't like it.
That's how I feel.
had a
like
terrible
it-
time.
That's maybe why I smoke a lot. But yeah, if I'm like how I'm now, if we go around a lot of people, I'll probably be like,
We got to get him out now.
Does he have a Neuralink in him?
facts. No, yeah, it's just probably big groups of people. What else? That's probably about it.
Were you ever afraid of any like natural like
Earthquakes.
Disasters?
earthquake? Yeah, like natural
I was in a
fires,
big
wind,
earthquake.
earthquake.
I was in one, but I was never really. It didn't really scare me. I
Earthquake.
think.
You ever do anything to a sibling that's funny as a kid,
That's funny.
but they got hurt, but you thought it was funny?
I want. This isn't funny, but I definitely ran at Casey with a knife once.
Oh, not that type of funny.
I said that's not funny. I didn't say that was funny. That's not a type of funny.
That's Trey funny.
There's no type of funny with that,
I
bro.
meant like when I was swimming
You
with my
meant
little
like
sister in
picking
our
on her or
pool,
something.
I used to play with glass bottles and fill them up with water and let them sink and like dive to get them, you know. And I fill them with water and I kind of threw it at her
A
direction,
glass bottle?
full of water in the pool,
Glass.
glass. And it hit her square in the head.
Holy shit!
Fuck.
It was one of those things like, you okay? You okay? Like blood's everywhere. Like, you okay?
Rub it out.
She's like bleeding everywhere.
Everywhere. I'm like, stop crying.
vision's like
Stop
red.
Crying. Stop crying.
Don't tell mom.
That's what I'm saying.
Then you
I'm like, "You're
smother
good.
her?
You're good. There's blood everywhere. I'm like, she's not good.
I once threw a record, like a frisbee. It had a little cracked edge on the side.
Caught the corner.
And I threw it like a frisbee, and it caught my cousin's eye right here and cut her like across the head.
Eyeball or lid?
Lid. I know.
That's a lot of blood, huh?
Oh yeah. And then it was like when you're a little kid and do that, you're just
Freeze
oh my
up.
god, yeah,
Freeze
dude. Like
up.
fucking, did you lose her eyeball? Like just like I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's not my
So,
fault.
is your sister terrified of glass bottles, and is your cousin terrified of vinyls now?
I should ask Jamie and be like, do you ever
Remember
listen to
the time-
vinyls?
No, my sister's a little
like-
Tasmanian devil. She was like a rotor, and she's fearless. She take a lick, keep on going.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, my older sister, she fell off my go-kart and like cried bloody murder.
Was it going?
Yeah, she didn't fall off it. It had no brakes and she ran straight into a curb.
You had no brakes on the go-kart?
I told her, but she was a little bit too far to hear me.
Based on that.
You waited like 10 seconds. By the way, there's no brakes.
It's like loud as fuck on.
Yeah, it kind of did. It was when we lived at the top of Archibald, so she was going down the hill.
Oh.
And I was like, it's got no brakes. I said just like that, too.
Yeah,
I was like,
she's
she
ready-
got pissed me off for time. I was like, it's got no brakes.
I was once standing on Archibald or Haven.
Bowling ball?
Yes.
We were together.
We were together.
That was
shit
crazy.
was fucked up.
You threw a bowling ball down.
No.
Someone did, and we just saw a bowling ball hurling down the street.
Bouncing down the street. Fucking flying.
Going at least like 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, dude.
Bouncing probably like 5
5 feet in the air.
I feel like somebody could like die, or there's definitely a
could.
crash.
100%.
100%.
You could hear it too. All of a sudden, we heard this ding,
It's like a
ding. And
Because it's like that kind of like, it's a thud, but it's like hollow.
Hollow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it bounces because it has a core. So this shit started getting
It
air.
was getting air, bro.
Yeah. And we were just like,
Anything you guys watching? I mean, I think you guys were talking about what you're watching, listening to, reading.
Beckham.
It was good. You
Beckham?
guys should check out
Yeah,
Beckham.
just check it out. It's actually really good.
Really good. Really good watch.
Yeah. Oh, not necessarily what I'm listening to, but this hit me when I was driving here today. A lot of the music I listen to is actually because of you. Because this one time we drove out to Vegas and all you had was the Bonobo album. And we listened to Bonobo over
went
and
down
over and
in the-
over again. And then we slept in the car in the parking
Oh,
structure.
and when we rented the Buick,
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
LaSalle? What was it?
Was it a...
it was
No, it was
like a
probably
Buick
SUV,
Regal
right?
or something.
I think,
No, it
yeah,
was like a
it
four-door.
was-
car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we like slept in the car and listened to it, and that's like what actually got me into like the more down tempo, trip hoppy,
Lo-fi
like,
beats?
lo-fi music. And yeah, I was like listening to something today, and I was like, "Holy shit! It's actually because of Josh."
Is that it? Because like I always thought you.
I never.
But
listened
didn't you
to-
tell
I listened
me
to
about
ED
Bonobo?
I don't think so. No. You
Did I just have
introduced
that
me.
one album? Because like
You
I
introduced me to
I think
Bonobo.
I just listened to that one album.
Yeah.
a lot, and then I listened to maybe one other one, and then I thought you were just like you always were familiar with them.
No, I didn't know at all until you introduced me. Yeah, and then because I
Interesting.
listened to like EDM, but it was like,
Raging.
yeah,
Odessa at the chillest or something.
What?
Odessa is kind of like the chill end of the EDM spectrum.
Oh
for you
yeah,
back then?
yeah. Now, yeah. Like, but yeah. So
That's interesting. You
Shout
had that
out-
revelation.
shout out to you teaching me about that more lo-fi.
Yeah, that's just as I've gotten older, I've just been like into more chill shit, I suppose.
That's what happened.
But that was like, I feel like I was young and reckless at that age when because
It
we
was-
just slept in the car over. It was like overnight. We just pulled a one-nighter, right?
yeah.
And it
I
was
don't even
really
know
hot, I
don't-
remember.
it was terrible. in
We
the
had
car.
we slept in the Vegas parking lot in like the Bally's parking garage, the parking garage,
Yeah.
and we just had to have the air conditioner on the whole night,
the whole night.
or else we would have sweat to death.
Yeah,
Do you find music easier as an adult?
to listen to.
Like new stuff.
Oh,
Do I find it easier?
like find it easier, or you're more accepting of new
That's
genres?
what I'm saying. Like, are you?
Yeah, I actually think like as I've gotten older, I'm like more into all this different shit. Like there's some stuff I actually listen to less, like probably less aggressive stuff. But like in terms of like the variety of genres. I probably listen to
Got
more than I
way
ever did.
wider of it.
Yeah, like I'll still listen to some hard shit, but like it'll be
Sprinkled in.
sparse. It won't be like I don't know how I was in high school, just listening to only punk, and it would only be male vocalists, and it was like all angry. I mean, it fits, it tracks, but it's like I don't know how I could ever do that.
It's funny when I listen to our like mix because it'll be like a folky song will come up. I'm like, that's Josh.
Yeah.
Like I listened to definitely all that, but
There was one I fucked with beside Papa. There's someone I was telling you. I was going to tell you.
Papa's fire.
Who was it? It was a girl. She was singing. I was fucking with it.
Was it Maren Morris by chance?
No, I fuck with her. I love her.
It's
Like
hard.
she's my girl. No, it was towards the early start of the mix. What was it? It wasn't I'll tell you right now because I can't remember the name of the song, but it's slower. It's super slow on the mix, and you put it on there. It is.
While they're doing that, just want to shout out the homie Elias for always watching. I never shouted them out. Everybody's always giving shout outs, so shout out for you.
Gotta give out more shout outs.
Yeah.
It's either Tough Stuff,
That's-
Dagger, or Lifetime. I don't know which one it is.
Okay, so Tough Stuff is a little more like vibey, like up tempo. Dagger and Lifetime are a little slower. Was it a little
I
slower?
don't think it's Soccer Mommy though, so I think it's
Okay.
either Tough Stuff or
Well,
Lifetime.
Faye Webster, shout out Faye Webster. She's dope. She's playing a show soon, but we're gonna be in Costa Rica, so we can't go.
Yeah, that Pawpaw got me though.
It's
But
so good.
Tough Stuff is
Pawpaw got
Cosmo
me.
Gold's the show I went to on Tuesday. That was
Oh,
Marlene's.
okay.
Yeah.
So
That
yeah,
the
it was one of
production.
those. I was like, ooh.
It's super. It's like
But
very
yeah,
vibey.
Maureen Morris, I
tempo.
definitely fuck with her already, and that J Balvin song had me dying.
Oh, because that one's like out of left field too. Like
I was like,
out of all the shit I put on there.
shoot, they used what is it, Usher for the sample?
Oh, I can't remember. Oh yeah. I think
was
so.
like, oh shoot,
That-
like, DJ
The
Khaled.
Frank Moody song you put on there is dope. The Dream in Color. I
I
listened.
figured
to
you
that
guys
one,
would like that. I've been trying to.
I love
that
Frank
song.
Moody.
Nobody said it was gonna be easy.
Did you listen to that Corinne Bailey Ray song?
Yeah,
It's different than her
it's
other.
different.
It's cool.
Fuck with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we have a cool little playlist, and then I was fucking with Sean's whole Blast of the Past.
Yeah, the MXPX. That was like one of the
That one,
bands
I
got into.
definitely skipped that because I was never into them. But
Yeah.
the Noise Ratchet, the Further, the
Yeah.
Gatsby's, the Audition, I was like, God damn.
Yup.
Very
me back.
distinct musical personalities. you got going on.
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah. I only put the MXPX on there because that one day we
That
were
one day we were
walking down
talking
and
about,
we were
I
talking
had
about
never
it.
heard that song too, and I was like, oh, this is MXPX.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only other punk rock show is like the Blink-182 song.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, everyone.
Thank you everybody for watching, listening, commenting, subscribing. We appreciate it. You can always find us at all of the social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
We went that long?
Yeah.
Shit, when you don't smoke, man.
It went
I know.
long.
Don't know.
I'm
I've got,
so hot.
I'm so
and
warm.
Yeah, I'm ready.
you don't got any gut sweat though.
No, I've been pulling it out every once in a while. I start feeling it pull.
All right.
We're
Thank you
gonna get into cooler
everybody.
weather soon, though. We should, yeah.
Appreciate you. We're gonna take a break next week because
I could cut this into two.
That whole last part could be its own thing.
yeah, maybe that could be just like an add-on, not an episode, but like a little.
Yeah.
We'll
So,
thing.
okay, it's like that whole segment could be.
Yeah.
Thing.
We'll discuss it off.
We'll figure that later.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next
Take care, guys.
week in
Like 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see you later. Bye.